I'm slow.
I'll remember that this evening.
Yeah.
This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk 106.
What? I thought too. That sounded antagonistic.
Something.
This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Blue Bird Studios. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school football on iTalk 106.7 FM and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Regional
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the East
Mobile Auto Glass. And
tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
on 106.7 FM and worldwide.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto.
Sports presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown and Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing. Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business.
36-972 Mountain Mobile Auto West.
Northland Pioneer College is proud to support high school athletics. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition rate in the state. All of NPC's credits are guaranteed to transfer to all.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
AIA Gilbert North. And before we get too far, I want to make sure that we thank our playoff sponsors, because without them, this game would not be possible. So thank you to Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce, Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass for the best in auto tint. Think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services for all your IT needs. Think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Group. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn at State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service, the White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialist, Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence, building security, one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance, 928-333-7200. Electric, protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2929. Brown and Russo, give them a chance to save you money. And CNH Plumbing, gas, septic, we want your stinking business. As they are at midfield and getting ready to toss this away. And it seems as if, we got now the toss is being had. Out there is Adam DeMonte for ALA Gilbert North.
Carter Solomon for the Snowflake Lobos.
That's Aaron Hewish. As it seems as if the Eagles have won the toss and elected to defer. So it stands to reason that on a relatively breezeless day, it's very clear, not a cloud in the sky. Indeed, a zephyr of a wind, one might say.
A zephyr of a wind. Wow, we're digging into the terms already.
That's Vin Scully. I try to give my man Vinny a shout out whenever I can, especially when there's a gentle breeze. And as I was admiring myself, I didn't see if Snowflake is going to receive this kick.
Well, they deferred. I'm guessing that they're going to receive it. So makes me wonder. They took the toss last week and took the ball. So it makes me wonder if there was even a need for the coin flip, because it looked like ALA was going to defer and Snowflake was going to want the ball. But we have to have the antics of the pregame anyway.
So check this out. As we look at our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. ALA Gilbert is indeed playing with a pretty big injury. What do you know?
All I know is that Jack Reisdorf, a young man, I believe it was a separated shoulder is what I was told. We don't know how well that communication goes. It was either a collarbone break or a separated shoulder, but he played a couple plays after that in the Round Valley game last week, and he came up wincing. You see it on film. He came up wincing a little bit, and so they had to go with their young sophomore. And my understanding is he's a very capable quarterback, but he is a sophomore, and if the Lobos get in his face early, I don't think it's going to be much of a game today, Derek.
So that's the Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center. It's everything your athlete needs to get in the game. Is back to receive this kick is Lyman and McKinley for the Lobos as this semifinal matchup is underway. And on an awkward hop, it bounced toward Lyman. He's got it inside the 10, starting to come to the near side, but then he cuts it up around the 15 and then staggers down to the 20. So there it will begin for the Lobos, who the first two playoff games has had an awful lot of offensive firepower. I believe we determined last week that outside of downing the football in victory formation, they've been kept off the scoreboard once, one sequence
last week. And you know, we talked about last week the irrelevance of the stat time of possession. We're going to see how that plays in here early on today. If the Lobos can sustain a drive, maybe it will come into play.
So break and huddle. Two receivers going up top with Baum, the lone man, on the near side. Green is in the backfield. They have a direct snap to him as he starts running to the left side, but is tracked down at the line of scrimmage and fights his way forward for maybe a yard.
Derek, I didn't see who got in on that stop, but I believe that was number 15. Number 15 for the...
While you're looking for that, we kicked off here just when
Spencer
it's
Nelson.
time for your to kick off your college education. Choose Northland Pioneer College, college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, only $40 per credit hour. Sorry, who was that?
Nielsen, anyway. But, Derek, we can talk about this after the Lobos try to throw a short pass here.
All right, 2nd and 11. He actually lost one as he instead handed off to Green. Bounces off attack at the 25. He's over the 30 and near the 30 for a Mountain Mobile Auto first down. Gain of 15.
I think they fooled everyone in the building, myself included, especially that ALA defense. This ALA defense, I don't think has seen a runner like Green since the first time they faced off in game one of the season.
And that one was won in the closing minutes when Lyman, or was it Stewart, picked off a pass at the goal line to Isaac for Snowflake. This one now 1 minute into the ball game as the handoff is going to Brimhall, and he tries coming to the near side as he weasels his way through a couple of tacklers and winds up falling forward for a gain of 3.
They're going to give him a gain of 3 on that, and I am yet to see. I don't know if it's it's definitely not the contrast. Those black numbers on a white uniform, blue, and I'm not seeing it very well, but we'll get you some names of these ALA defenders here.
Split backs going behind or alongside Cantrell. as it's 2nd down and 6 with the ball on the Snowflake 38. Cantrell, as the Lobos opt not to huddle, look like he's having a little bit of a hard time getting the sign in from his sideline as they fake the handoff. Brimhall come to the near side where McKinley's got this one for the 45. Nearly loses the football, but I believe he was down. And the ruling is he is down, so put him out to the Snowflake 48 and a gain of 10 on the first pass there from Cantrell.
Looks like Dawson Morris came in. Looks like he's playing an outside linebacker corner hybrid in this defense that ALA is running here. It looks like they might be in, it looks like it's maybe a 4-2-5. Not sure exactly what we're going to see out of them.
No score. The give goes to Green as he's trying to cut it up over midfield. Looked like he was again getting up around the line of scrimmage, but winds up fighting his way forward for another 3-yard gain.
Derek, I think the Lobos are just going to need to be patient here and methodically march this ball down the field and not get style points for what they do. And this game's we'll see what ALA comes back with, but this methodical marching is what's going to win them this ball game.
Hand up again, Green again going to the left as he looks like he fights his way toward the 45 as they are in ALA Gilbert North territory now, and it sets up a 3rd down and looking like 3. Lobos got the opening kick, started on their own 20, and are now 3 minutes into this game where they have been able to move the chains, but this is the first time they are facing a 3rd down as there's a short drop from Cantrell, starting to be pressured as he goes to his right and looking for some for the 45 tackle forward.
You know what? They're going to give that to him. That's going to be a first down. They may have to. They're not even the measure. They're just going to first down.
That is a 4-yard gainer for Cantrell and another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. As the Lobos are now at the Eagle 41, and thus far, American Leadership Academy Gilbert North is doing very little to get in the way of this Lobo attack. McKinley's going to go out wide. That's after the revelation of Brimhall. They've been able to split him wide as he's up at the top there with as they continue to use the shotgun and go Green as he goes behind him for a ride first down. They're with a 34-yarder.
Like I tell you, Derek, they're not going to get style points on this offense, but what they can get is success in the ball. We saw that little pass, and that was the one that kind of was for the least amount of yards on this drive. So if they can be patient, be methodical, and stop ALA twice, they've got this game.
Same formation as it's 1st and goal from the 8. Again, Green running to the right side as he gets cut at the 5, but again has his inertia taking him down to the 3, and another 5-yard pickup, 6 carries and 61 yards for Taryn Green here in the early going.
Looked like number 2 Lucas made an initial hit, but Green was able to dive over and then a host of linebackers from the Eagles brought them down.
From the 3, this time he gets to the left, but he still gets to the left. That's a huge shot for Brimhall as he gets inside the 1, but stopped short. Well, maybe he's right at the 1.
I think they gave it to him right on the 1 there. I couldn't even tell you who made that tackle. There was quite a bit of standing up and got in. And like I say, I think you're on territory. A good kick. They have 2 chances to put it in here from 1.
They've been relying heavily upon the running game, especially that of Taryn Green. Now with 63 carries on 7 opportunities, he's standing to Cantrell's right in the same formation as this time Cantrell is going to take it in.
He's going to mark him short. And
oh, man, I love being the smartest guy in the room. Well, he fell into the end zone.
The interesting thing about that, Derek, is the general rule of thumb is when the ball's that close, if you can turn the ball and put it in the end zone, then it's got to be a touchdown because if it were to be flipped around and put in the nose of the other way, it's a touchback.
I'm going to assume that he's standing on the goal line. That's a better.
From up here, too.
This time they go Green to the left of the line, and there's no doubt about it. He's definitely in the end zone for a score.
As PA team comes on here, Derek, I'm looking at body language of these Eagles, and they look like a team that is possibly beaten. They're going to have to find some fire in order to compete with demoralizing drive that just happened.
Well, they go 80 yards, the Lobos. Aaron Green gets 64 of them as Crockett is in to attempt an extra point. As the local offense has just been firing on all cylinders ever since the playoffs started. A little bit of a late, low snap. And Snowflake leads 7-0. Joe, presentation of high school football on Night Talk 106.7 and NightTalk106.7.com.
The service has never been better at all
So
of Floral Pine Top. It's because they're open now under new management. They're excited to meet every floral and gift-giving need with the freshest arrangements and improved selection of items.
Penalty marker down. First 15 Eagles, 26. On the play, first and 10 Eagles. Penalty marker down. As a result of the penalty, first and 15 from the 39. Fourth down and down by Stewart. cash intended reward. Third down and 9. Incomplete. Fourth and 9. Against the Lobos. As a result of the penalty, 1st and 24 from the 10-yard line. Penalty marker down. Charge against the Lobos. First down from the 5-yard line. And show on the camera. Back on the play by team. Second down. Third down and 7. Timeout Lobos.
Could be, but that takes a lot of Seven nothing, Snowflake leading.
Third down and 7.
Eagles were ready for it. Still credit Green for getting over to the 42, picking up a couple.
Good job by Green. He cut to a positive yard. He would have kept going. I'm sure he would have made positive at that point. Great job cutting. Did not see the tackle. I'm trying to give these ALA boys a little bit of credit here as we go forward.
Second down and 8. The Lobos initially set up in the pistol, but now Green moves to Cantrell. Still with Baum on the near side all by himself as they fake the handoff. Green. Now they're coming toward Baum. Catches this one at the 50 and runs out of bounds after he picks up another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Cantrell hasn't missed. I think he's only been incomplete once in the playoffs. He's now 4 for 4 with 46 yards. And the Lobos opting to go without a huddle with 1 minute and 56 seconds left in the first quarter and have already crossed midfield after, again, they started this one with 2 illegal blocks that pushed them back to the 5. Handoff. Green tries to go up the middle, slithers his way toward the 45, maybe to the 44, where he has a 3-yard gain. 69 yards now on 10 carries. Got a bulk of them on a 34-yard run that set up first and goal. Lobos, of course, needed all 4 cracks to punch it in, as they got receivers on either side. That includes McKinley on the right with Baum, the lone man on the left. Split backs with Cantrell as he hands off to Brimhall. Starts to cut it upfield at the 42. And, well, now they're again making the case that
good for the Lobos. They called him down. That was very close.
Second time he's fumbled it today.
McKinley was the first one. That was Brimhall, I believe. I'm not sure Brimhall, but
correct.
They're going to give him – actually, they're going to give it a little bit of the – no, they gave him from the spot of the fumble. Okay, so, the Lobos were lucky on that one. It looked like it popped out right away there.
Third down and 5. Having already converted on third down once on the sequence, and that was a big one, where McVicker was able to get freed up. He is now with 3 receivers bunched up on the left of the line. Green is standing on Cantrell's left, ready to serve as a blocker. Now Cantrell moves up in the pocket again, goes into the flat. This time he's got Lyman over the 35, still on his feet at the 30, and then forces his way back to the 25. 18 yards gain.
It's going to be a complete pass, and it's going to be a first down. We're under 40. The Lobos do not have to snap it in this quarter, but it looks like they're going to take the opportunity and try to get that one extra play.
22 seconds left as Green again moves to the left. This time the 3 receivers are on the right of the line. Set up a screen where it's had by McKinley as he steps to the 20, still on his feet at the 15, and then fights his way down to the 10.
Fights the way down by the 10. Dawson, I believe, was in there for the Eagles. And we're going to set the chains and probably going to move down to complete this series down at the other end.
26 yards now on 2 carries for McKinley. But how about the start for Cantrell here in the semis? 6 for 6 for 80 yards. And the Eagles right now without an answer.
Spreading it around, and it's not pretty, but we're 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Cantrell's fired up. He's going to be facing a 1st and 10 from the 12. Already leading 7-0 as we get ready for the second quarter. After this, it's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
It's either winter, windy season, or rainy season. Keeping your car clean isn't as easy as it sounds up here on the mountain. Finding the time, buying chamois. Listen, take it to Octopus Car Wash, the only full-service car wash on the mountain. And with exterior washes starting at just $8.45, you can save yourself the hassle and the money. And it's faster than if you did it yourself. Octopus Car Wash and Express Detail Center in Sholo on the Deuce of Plums.
Well, the Lobos are leading 7-0, and they have thus far produced about 160 yards of offense. AIA Gilbert North, 24. I'm not a math major, but that's a pretty big disparity.
Very big disparity, Derek. Getting down to the point where we got to wonder what AIA Gilbert's answer to this offense is going to be.
Well, thus far, the AIA Gilbert offense has looked like it's had a better response than has the defense, which is, again, watching as the Lobos get set up here right outside the 10-yard line. Split backs now on either side of Cantrell. Bomb the lone man on the left, but they're going, no, they fake the handoff. Cantrell keeps it, slips a tackler to get inside the 10, and then falls forward to the 6, gains 5.
Cantrell looking like he got about a gain of 5 there as he dove forward. That brings up a very good position for the Lobos. Keep in mind, it's not goal. They can still get a first down, and the way they march it down methodically, I look for them to stay with that. Nice little option play by Cantrell, keeping it himself, turning it up. Cantrell having a very good day today.
It's been really interesting to watch this offense evolve now as McKinley comes out and is on the wide side or the left here as they go again with Brimhall, who's able to cut it up and get into the end zone for an easy score. But that punctuates what I was starting to muse about as now that they have Brimhall that can go into the backfield and serve as a capable runner, putting McKinley out as a wideout has just made this offense so much more dynamic.
It has made it so much more dynamic. Mason's not as involved as he would be, but I thought ALA would be a little bit more aware of Brimhall after the game he had last week, but it still seems to me that they're keying on Green, but there's so many weapons. They've spread the ball to their big 5. We'll talk after this kick.
Whoa, high snap behind the holder, but still he's able to bring it down, and Crockett's able to punch it in. 14-0, 11:22 to go in the half. The Lobos are up big early on Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Back to receive this kickoff for AIA Gilbert North is Easton Webster and Emeka Ogbonna. Crockett, who's 2 for his first 2, and the assumption right now is that he's going to have ample opportunity as he has this teed up. And above all else, the Eagles need to try to eat some clock here.
I think this is important for the Eagles to get on the board, even if it's with a little field goal, because it's not going very well for them on the defensive side of the ball.
Head by Webster as he gets stopped at the 20, as there's some great coverage going upfield by the Lobos and Josh Solomon. What you were saying?
I just think that AIA has to get on the board here. Otherwise, this turns into not what they came up here to play. Of course, they didn't drive 3 hours like one of the teams to play on this neutral field. But Derek, this is good to see. I will talk about after this play.
Webster on the right of DeMonte, who's looking to the left. Has this one with all sorts of spaces. It's caught by Nielsen, gets out to the 26 and gains 6.
That's what they're going to have to do is chunk these little yards, take the 5 yards that it gives them. There's a lot of people rooting for these Lobos coming up for 3 hours. The triple C's, as I like to call them, are kind of infiltrating these 3A playoffs this year.
They've been infiltrated. There's 3 receivers set now as Webster moves to the left. They eventually give him the call, but it was bred nicely. Still, he's able to cut it up over the 30, stay on his feet as he spins at the 35, picks up 11, and a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
Great job making the Lobos secondary come up and make that hit. As we move forward, I believe Lyman was in there on that, as well as I think Green got a handle on him, and Big Pace and Carden came up a little bit short there, but look for him to make some noise if they're going to try to get this passing game going.
No huddle here for the Eagles. Dropping back and again looking to the left, where it's again brought down by Nielsen, but this time wrapped up immediately for a short gain of 2.
So looked like Rice and Stewart there forcing him out of bounds after that gain of, what would you call it, gain of 3, gain of 4, as we move forward. Payson Carden coming off, limping a little bit. We just talked about him being a huge factor on that wide side of the defensive line a lot of the time and getting a rush on that quarterback.
3 receivers coming to the near side, but the give instead is a staggering play up toward the 40 because it's had by Webster, but I don't know if he just lost his footing or got tripped up.
I'm not sure, but it sure looks like AIA Gilbert North, or what are we calling them? We should call them the Eagles. I have a rough time with that in a full sentence. It looks like they've made some kind of adjustment on the run and the pass to chunk those yards.
There was actually a gain of 2 on the play to make it 3rd and 5.
There you go.
Again, with 3 receivers coming to the near side. Fake the give to Webster. Now throw it over at the top where it's had and caught at the 50 for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. And Luke Asay picking it up after he gets the catch and a gain of 10.
Asay came up hobbling there after that tackle by Caleb Lyman. Caleb doing a great job coming up the middle. He wrapped him up and just held for dear life and put him back and put him to the ground. Great job by him there. And Lobos doing a little bit of getting Green a break here, bringing him out of the game, putting in Rev Brimhall for him.
First time that the Eagles have made it into Snowflake territory at the 49. No backs there as it's a toss out to the left, and this time again had by Phelps, Brandon Phelps, as he is tackled at the 40 and gains 9.
I think they're going to mark that just short of the first down, and I did not see if that was number 7 or number 3 for the Lobos coming up and forcing him out of bounds. We're going to mark it as 2nd and 1.
So the Eagles playing without their starting quarterback, and now it's just taking all of the leash off of DeMonte as he's been really chucking it. Handoff now as it's coming to the near side, and Webster cuts it up at the 40 and gets down to the 39 and has just enough needed to get a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
Derek, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I feel like that was a very generous spot given by the L on this side. Looked like the H was blocked on the other side, and the linesman here gave a great spot and gave the Eagles a first down, but sometimes those are the calls you have to get.
Asay insisted that his fans cheer, and they immediately responded. Now as he splits wide out to the left. Now into the backfield is Ogbonna as DeMonte takes the shotgun snap, 5-step drop, and has his pass deflected right at the line. I think Ruiz might have got a hand on that one. He's reacting as if he may have.
I think Ruiz would react excitedly if the guy next to him, the guy behind him, the guy in front of him, the quarterback threw it in the back of the helmet. That's the kind of reaction you're going to get. He's a great teammate and a great young man.
Sets up now 2nd and 10, but also halts the momentum that the Eagles were generating a little bit. 2 receivers coming out on either side. Ogbonna, the lone back, standing on DeMonte's left. Fake the give. Now DeMonte's going to keep as he goes toward the left of the line, but gets brought down and rudely by Irvin.
You know, being so far back in the shotgun, Derek, he was 4 to 5 yards back. So his rush there was, from his spot, was about a 10-yard rush, but he gets about a 4-yard gain because that shotgun snap was so far back.
Yeah, Chase Irvin brought him down with one hand.
Oh, he did, in one hand. It was a great tackle. Not a great form tackle, just a great watch tackle from our angle.
Trips right, now empty the backfield as Ogbonna goes and joins a receiver on the left. DeMonte, no drop there as he comes into the flat where it's caught at the 35, but cut down immediately by Solomon as there on the catch was Nielsen. They needed 7 yards, and they wound up gaining 4.
Big 4th and 4 here. See what the Lobos dial up defensively. I don't know, Derek, do we think they're going to bring any pressure on him, or is he too far back to get that pressure, and we just let our linebackers sit in coverage?
I don't know. If they're going to bring pressure, they got to get to him quick. They've been using an awful lot of quick routes.
It looks like they're bringing in is that the punter coming in? And they're going to have to call a timeout because we got play clocks on the field. The officials can't fudge it today, and they're under. So we're going to get a timeout by their coach right here. In fact, I believe he already called it. There you go.
Well, it's 4th and 3 on the 32, but while they're doing that timeout, we will like to take this opportunity to thank our playoff sponsors because without them, this game would not be possible. Cholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce, Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals, Not Mobile Auto Glass.
Tonight's contest is presented by Cholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn, State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown and Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business.
And it held up after a few first downs.
The biggest thing here is that the Lobos going to get 3 or 7 in this, between 3 and 7 in this possession. I just don't see him finding any kind of answer to stop them. And I think they're just going to come up short on defense again this series.
Started using Cantrell on the last series, and he's 6 for 6 for 80 yards, but Green now carried 10 times for 69, as instead they're going to go with Brimhall. He flickers it back, and then got McKinley at the 40, as he is going to be drive at the 35. And I don't know if that's a show of frustration, but McKinley didn't care at all. Comes up happily after what is going to come down as a 54-yard gain.
Well, it was interesting the little
so no huddle here for the Lobos as there's again split backs. That was an awfully hot flea flicker as Bruno, who did the flea and the flicking, is running up to 7. He is penetrating down inside the 25 and all the way to the 21 and a Not Mobile Auto Glass first down. The Eagles are starting to try to bring some heat in the secondary, but the problem is that they've given up more than 60 yards on these two plays. So some high hits, some forcing players off of their feet while lifting them is just not seeming to have the impact. As this time Brimhall cuts it up, he's over the 15 and tackled toward the 10, and is very close to still another first down.
Brimhall doing a great job there. It seems that is it Dawson? Dawson Morris for the Eagles has been all over the field making tackles. Great job there on
I can appreciate that American Leadership Academy Gilbert North is frustrated, but I don't think that trying to deliver any wood right now is going to serve the purpose that they're hoping. As Cantrell takes the snap, he runs to the right and has a first down as he's taken down at the 10, so it's probably going to be 1st and goal.
Cantrell's having a great day today. A couple times he's had the option to pitch it, and he's kept it moved up right there, just fought for a couple yards, and brings his team with a first down and goal here.
They need to get 10. There's 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the half. They're already leading 14-0. And the Eagles are showing signs of frustration. Brimhall has been the workhorse here, both with the runs and setting up his quarterback with the flea flicker. They're instead going to go with Green as he has to make a man miss at the line of scrimmage, but still is able to find his way forward for a pickup of 3.
I think they're getting to a point where they're just looking to keep time on the clock before they score, not to give this ALA team a chance to march it down again, going to halftime with a big lead and a shutout on the board.
Still opting to go without a huddle, though this is a little bit more methodical as they got the same formation as the handoff again goes Green. This time running to the left, still on his feet as he's inside the 5 and brought down around the 3.
Green just going right over that defensive line and forcing the linebackers to come up and make tackles.
Clock continuing to move. The Lobos with the 2-touchdown advantage, and thus far the Eagles without an answer defensively. But if they wanted to try to get some of that wood ready, this would be the situation on the field where they would need to. As again, they brought down McKinley by trying to upend him and make it like WWE. And then after that ensuing run from Brimhall, there was all sorts of spirited tackling as the handoff this time goes Green as he runs to the right side. He's in the end zone for another Snowflake touchdown.
And Green looks pretty excited. Is that Green or McKinley coming off?
McKinley. But Green was the carrier.
That's McKinley. Green's carrying. I see Green coming off there. They're probably going to have to, looks like he's coming up, not necessarily slow, but he's been a little bit of a workhorse.
Well, all you crazy people are talking about how hot it is here with the 60-degree weather.
Well, down on that turf, it's going to be a lot warmer.
Well, and those of us who live in civilization think 60 degrees is downright chilly.
There's Crockett up for the kick. The point after good. It is 21-0, 4.5. The question is, will ALA come up with anything on the last of this little drive here in the first half?
It's Show Love Fort's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com. We live in civilization.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Angling toward Webster. He takes it at the 10, starts running up the far hash, and is just going to settle for running into a crowd and being brought down to the 25. And that is where Adam DeMonte, who is in to start here for the American Leadership Academy Gilbert North Eagles, because Reisdorf last week was hurt against Red Valley.
And from what I understanding is it's a shoulder injury. My understanding it's an AC separation, but it could be a broken collarbone from a couple of things we heard when we got the game here. The fact of the matter is he's not playing this week, and we have a new quarterback, and the Lobos are kind of having a little fun with this guy. Although the Lobos come in the favorite, I think it makes them a little more of the favorite as we see the bunch formation come out here.
DeMonte has been pretty good, 6 of 9 for 38 yards. They've been trying to run everything really close to the line, but now he's forced out of the pocket to the right side where he is going to find Nielsen caught at the 30-ish, but that's going to be an awful lot of running to pick up 3 yards.
As he rolled out of the pocket there, he had Mr. number 5 Payson Carden for the Lobos chasing him, and I do not think he wanted to meet him up close and personal this early in the game.
2nd down and 6. They'll actually push it out for a 4-yard gain. 3 receivers going out wide left as DeMonte with a short drop looking to the right side, and again has a man, this time had it with 35, which is very close to a first down, as there was Bolino with his first catch.
Look at the spot by the head linesman on the other side. We're going to bring up about a 3rd and 1 as the linesman signals they're short on the first down here.
3rd down and 1, moving the pocket to the left and looking upfield where he's got another man caught, this time at the 45, and it's good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Lyman picks up 15 yards.
Lyman right there kind of forcing him out or kind of got him a little bit out of bounds there. I'm not sure if he was out of bounds but Lyman playing defense on him right there, but a great catch and going out of bounds, stopping the clock. We're just over 4 minutes left to play, and ALA Gilbert going into a hurry up.
I believe that was Willis there on the reception as they're continuing to look as if they want to run this one. Instead, there's the option that's going to be called by Demonte as he gets on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage, actually loses a yard, but again gets hit awfully hard.
Looks like he got hit hard by Big Bradley Ruiz there, and Bradley's not going to push you and go around you. He's going to go right through you, and it looked like he just stood his ground, and they ran right into him.
Demonte's favoring his right leg.
Yeah, well, he hit Bradley pretty hard right there.
I'm curious to see now they're going with an empty backfield as the sophomore is a little bit hobbled. He's able to get enough underneath that one, and then favors paid as Webster drops the pass. That's just his 4th incompletion, but it should have been brought in.
A little bit of extracurricular activity going on here between the right tackle and the defensive end for the Eagles and the Lobos respectively. Going at it right here. Clock is stopped with 3:21, and quarterback with hobbling on his leg. Second time today, his receivers haven't been able to come up with that ball.
He's got Webster in the backfield with him now. I thought I heard a whistle instead. He's going to be able to wind up and get this one over midfield to the 40 where Polino gets brought down, being pulled away by Irvin, but it's going to be enough for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down and another 14-yard pass play.
I heard that sound, Derek, and I don't think it was a whistle on the field. I think it was a mouth whistle from someone here in the stands, not an official official whistle.
That's pretty cool.
Something, but it sounded very, very, very close to it.
3:04 left here in the first half, 21-0. The Lobos lead as there's the first catch on this sequence for Coronado, who's going to get stood up at the line of scrimmage before getting tackled and forced back, but his forward progress takes him to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
It looked like number 56 for the Eagles. That is, let me go down my roster here. 56, and that's Connor Noose. Pulled and didn't quite get he made the hole on the pull, but they didn't quite hit that hole hard before the Lobos collapsed the line.
Full receiver set, looking to the left. Is this one again caught outside by Nielsen as he runs along the far sideline and gets over the 30 for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. I think the Lobos are going to need to adjust here because they're not being permitted to try to do anything to bring any heat. They can't do anything to disrupt his rhythm. They're just running things out into these empty spots in the zone.
I say credit the Eagles there for getting out of bounds and getting that clock stopped. First thing I look for is in that official cut time there, and we have a stop clock, and they're sitting here driving.
Another play going to the far side. This time Ogbonna again stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they're actually going to give him – no, they're going to give him no gain. Going to give him no gain on that. I couldn't see where he came down from that Lobo defender.
Demonte has 11 of 15 for 87 yards.
That's been the key, and it's been those little rollouts that we've seen up in the White Mountains from this coach when he was coaching in Sholo. Coach Reisdorf, we see these little rollouts and these little dumps, and it seems to be effective working right now.
Sophomore drops back and looks back. Now moves in the pocket. This time pressure is going to be had as he gets brought down for a loss of 5.
It's number 81 who I do not have on his roster, and he was assisted by number 76, Brad Reese again. And Brad Reese isn't going to technique and go around you. He's going to go through you, and it's a little demoralizing. But look at the loss.
That was actually Baum. Number 18.
It was Baum. I thought it was 81. I'm getting my numbers backwards here. But, yeah, you're right. It was Baum and Reese came in on it. And we get a timeout with a minute 38 left.
So 21-0. Remember, the Eagles won the toss and elected to defer. So if they can somehow punch this into the end zone, they haven't been able to move inside the 20s. It's just nothing's doing once they get a little bit closer. But if they're able to find some success and they can come back and score on the opening kick, that would certainly change the complexion of this ballgame a little bit.
Well, I think getting into the end zone, getting something on the board, starting the second half, it still just seems a long way because the Lobos have not rolled out the punt team at all. And I think that's still going to be key is who has the ball the most, which last week didn't even matter. We know that. But this week, who has the most? And I don't even know if it's going to matter who has it last, but the Lobos right now are kind of up in that department.
15. Did ALA Gilbert North take this timeout?
Yes, they did. They have one left by my count, but I'm not keeping an official tally up here.
continuing to work with O'Connor in the backfield, as I think that they like having Webster as another available passing target, but he's not on the field right now. So here, DeMonte drops back and gets pressure. So moving up the pocket, loads right before he's hit. And it's caught at the 15 and brought down at the 13 for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, but he is not going to be able to absorb too many more of these.
No, that's good. And Caleb Lyman in there on the stop. Caleb's doing a great job of catching those ones in the middle of the field. You don't want to see him come from his position to make those tackles, but he's doing a great job of making it when he's forced to. Good for him.
And 25 seconds left. There's a huge delivery there by DeMonte, but he was already favoring his right leg. Now it looks like he's limping on his left. He got hit right as he unloaded. He's got three receivers coming to the near side. Nice snap brought down, and he's going to kick it as he goes toward the 10. But I tell you what, it's almost like a change of pace. As soon as it looks like he's not going to be able to do something with his feet, they call a pass play. They enter the backfield. This time they just call him a direct run for him.
You know, Derek, I'm impressed with him as an athlete. They do lose a little bit of a step down from the leadership of Rice-Dorf, but this young man is an athlete.
Another snap high, but he brings this one down, hands it to Ogbonna, who's trying to get to the far side, and a nice job being strung out by Brim Hall. And, is that a flag? No, it's not, sir.
No, it's flag. It's just the ball coming in, sir. But we do have a stop in time. AIA Gilbert's going to take their third timeout. This is it for them. The white hat Mr. Official was thinking they are taking their timeout, and so we're gonna keep it here, sir.
Yeah, let's keep it here. We need to talk about Abner Monte, who's now 12 of 16 for 109 yards.
You know, it's good to see him. He's a pretty good athlete in this game. I'm sure his address falls right within the few blocks of ALA Gilbert, and he's able to go there. So I'm glad to see that. As we referred to earlier, the Triple C's and Snowflake are still in this thing. The Triple C's, Derek, would be the Christians, the Charters, and the Catholics, and we've got one of each, as well as Snowflake round out this 3A. You know, gutting 2A and moving everyone up to 3A seemed like to be the best move, but we just got to credit the Lobos for being here.
I mean, Catholics are Christian.
It's still more fun to say the Triple C's, the Christians, the Charters, and the Catholics. You got to throw the Charters in there too, although most of these charter boys would be Christian as well. We're assuming.
Not that there's anything wrong with anybody's lifestyle decisions here. As the 21-0 lead is in jeopardy, as the Eagles have taken it inside the 10. It's 3rd down and 5 as DeMonte is rolling to his right. In his time, he is not going to have any opportunity as he is brought down as he throws, and he is again late getting up. There with the pressure was Irvin, and it's going to be 4th down and 5, and I don't think that a field goal here helps much.
Field goal doesn't help much. And again, Derek, body language on the sideline, it's just looking like it's not going to be a great situation.
DeMonte, a sophomore, it looks like he weighs about 130 pounds, and he is getting hit repeatedly and hard.
Pretty good banged around there. 4th down, little last-ditch effort for the Eagles.
Oh, but look at him deliver. It's knocked out late, and it is going to be ruled incomplete. I think he caught that.
I'm not sure. We don't have replay, so we leave it up to the benefit of the officials. The back judge was at a very good position to come in and make that call. I don't think he's saying he had 2 feet down. I think he might have bobbled it. Step, it falls out. They're going to confirm. We're going to get something from the official right here. No, we're not. We're just going to mark it. Snowflake ball.
I'm surprised. Oh, now there is a little bit of frustration being shown by the ALA Gilbert North Eagles coaches. And I think they have a complaint because it looked to me like he brought that in and had 2 feet down and almost as if he was turning upfield when it was knocked away from him.
We're up here and they're down there.
Yep.
I think the back judge saw that he bobbled it with that right hand and brought it over. And when he took that other step, it fell down because the ball was slightly behind him. I think it was a pretty good call, but we can all agree to disagree.
28 seconds left, and it doesn't look like the Lobos are going to do much with it as Cantrell takes a knee.
ALA Gilbert's going to go in and make a few adjustments, but there's nothing to overcome what this offense is doing to them. The Lobos have 6 weapons. We'll talk about it at halftime. So here we go.
21-0 is the Lobos. Now, this is another one of those circumstances where sure you could say that they are not scoring on this possession, but hang an asterisk on it as both sides need to walk out of the same tunnel. And the Eagles, which on the last scoring possession for the Lobos, looked as if they were trying to become a little bit more fiery with the way that they were tackling Snowflake players, are now being given a stop sign. I don't think they're necessarily looking to rush anybody, but now maybe that would be the play they try to make. Zing?
I don't know. I think the play call was great. I think he came across. Like I say, I'm gonna go with the back judge's decision there because he's right there on top of it. There's a lot we can see. I saw that he brought that ball over and tried to tuck it in, and it didn't make it and hit the ground and was an incomplete pass.
21-0. The Snowflake Lobos lead here at intermission. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn, State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown and Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing. Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business.
Snowflake.
My wife was telling me she was hearing stuff, so I just turned it down. That's providing us a bad connection or something.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of Deuce. Also brought to you.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
I chose Northland Pioneer College because it's close to where I live. My instructor taught me how to build a foundation and framing and use different tools I haven't used. There's always be work everywhere. I want to get educated and start from the bottom and learn how to find myself and what I can do. NPC's transforming my life.
I really wanted to work with robotics. When you come here, you have to act mature and meet deadlines. It's going to help me and my associates, in which I'll be a step closer in college. I'm going to have to apply these skills to the workforce. My ultimate career goal would be to be a mechanical engineer.
Mountain Mobile Auto
NPC is
can
transforming my life.
Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service, the White Mountains diesel and auto mechanics specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence, building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmer Insurance, 928-333-7200. K Electric, protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown and Russo, give them a chance to save you money. And CNH Plumbing, Gas, Septic, we want your stinking business. The Lobos have had nothing stinky about their offense, Hewish. What has been the biggest key to success thus far?
They've been about 90% patient, giving it to their big guns, getting it down the field. I thought they've thrown it in a couple spots where they probably could have given it to Green and got the yards. They're trying to keep AIA off guard. I get that, but being patient, being methodical, just because you win doesn't that mean you have to do it in a, great fashion. They win column. It's all about you don't get anything for style points is what I'm trying to say. And the Lobos have done a great job of just marching it methodically. And, when you get 3 drives on you and it's 21-0, you just got to think that AIA Gilbert's going in there. I mean, they're going to have to do a lot to get back in this ball game.
But of course, they're playing without their starting quarterback. And Adam DeMonte has been pretty darn good. 12 of 18 for 109 yards. Plus, he's got a couple of drops. But I think right now the bigger problem that they're running into isn't necessarily his performance, which has been great. It's just how are they going to keep the sophomore on his feet? Because in that last drive, Lobos were starting to get to him, and every time they did, he came up a little bit more hobbly.
Not only come a little bit more hobbly, he just it looks like he's an athlete who you can only, he's getting hit and hit and hit. There was 3 passes that he got hit right as he let go and stayed in there. But you said earlier, it looked like as he was getting ready to go down, he takes the run and goes up the middle and gets some positive yards. So credit him for doing what he can, sticking in there. I don't think they have that type of an athlete to go to after him. So they're going to keep him on his feet. Duct tape and baling wire, keeping him upright as much as possible. But the bigger story for AIA Gilbert North Eagles, say that, a bunch of times fast, is what are they going to do to answer the Lobo offense? They can go down and score in fancy, but the bottom line is they got to kick right back off to Snowflake, and they got to give it to their big 6. Cantrell's having a great game. Green's having a great game. Brimall's having a pretty good game. McKinley's having a pretty good game. Baum's having a pretty good game. And you could even throw McVicker in there with a couple of those catches. So they've got 7 weapons plus an offensive line that's way more fresh than the AIA Gilbert North line. So what are the Eagles going to do to stop the Lobos? It's not about what they can run up and down the field all they want, but the bottom line is you have to kick off, give it back to that offense, and let them go down the field.
That makes the 4th and goal play that may or may not have been a touchdown. It was ruled an incompletion, all the bigger because, as we've been mentioning, these Eagles have been able to move the football, and it really kind of begs the question, what do the Lobos need to do to try to eliminate some of these opportunities underneath?
I think the Lobos stick with their defensive game plan. We keep in mind, AIA Gilbert North has gone up and down the field. I get that, but they have not shown it on the board. So the Lobos defensively maybe make a few minor adjustments, but for the most part, keep doing what you're doing, keep being physical, keep that big defensive line putting pressure on the young sophomore quarterback for the Eagles. Big Bradley Ruiz is just standing there, and they can't move him. And the running backs and the quarterback for Gilbert North are running into him, and they try to run the other way. You have guys like Payson Carden and Noah Baum in the way. Munoz has been in there, Carter Solomon, all of those guys. What do you do to counteract them? I just see in this going big in favor of the Lobos this half. Like I said earlier, I see the body language of the AIA Gilbert North players, and it's not something you would typically see in a semifinal game. perhaps they had so much faith in their quarterback that he himself is kind of him being down has kind of pushed the team down a little bit, and they're just not having a lot of confidence in themselves and their teammates. We don't know that for sure, but body language does say a lot at this point.
Snowflake leading 21-0 at halftime. We'll continue our conversation after this. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
It's either winter, windy season, or rainy season. Keeping your car clean isn't as easy as it sounds up here on the mountain. Finding the time, buying chamois. Listen, take it to Octopus Car Wash, the only full-service car wash on the mountain. And with exterior washes starting at just $8.45, you can save yourself the hassle and the money. And it's faster than if you did it yourself. Octopus Car Wash and Express Detail Center in Cholo on the Deuce of Plums.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
If you have joint pain of any kind, including your knees, hips, shoulders, ankles, fingers, or wrists, then listen to this good news. Summit Healthcare can help. Dr. Jeffrey Cornelson, DO, and Dr. Jacob Oldham, MD, are now taking new patients of all ages, with same-day and next-day appointments now available. Find out how to say goodbye to your joint pain. Call 928-537-6700 and schedule your appointment now. 928-537-6700.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your
gotta
new
get
Ford
home
car,
because I got to
truck, van,
record
or
a couple
SUV?
things for
Go
tomorrow's
to
game.
Sholo Ford.
Where you at
Anyone
tomorrow?
can say they'll give
Tucson.
you a great deal.
Who do they
but
have?
Guy Hatch at
Southern
Sholo
Cal.
Ford means it. In fact,
Which has
he guarantees it.
5
Buy
injured
the
players.
best from
Is this
the best.
injury
Sholo
from
Ford
the
on
virus,
east
or is
end
this
of the
injury?
Deuce.
2 knees,
I'm Derek
2
Cady.
ankles,
I
and a
highly
foot.
recommend
I think.
Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. The office staff at Deemer's Glass were super friendly, very helpful, and they're able to provide me what I needed. The service techs were able to measure the unique need that I had and were able to provide me the glass for the refrigerator.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn, State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown and Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing. Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business. Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives. Goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
21-0 Snowflake leading. Take a quick look at the numbers, starting with the AIA Gilbert North Eagles, where Adam DeMonte is in for the injured Reisdorf, and he is 12 of 18 for 109 yards. Favorite target has been Spencer Nielsen. He's caught 5 balls for 28 yards, but he's been spreading it around as Tillman Willis has 2 catches for 22. Brandon Phelps has 2 for 31. Johnny Bellino has 2 for 18, and Luke Assay has 10 on his 1 catch. Easton Webster has been doing most of the ground game for the Eagles as he has 26 yards on 6 carries. Emeka Ogbonna has been doing most of the running, at least lining up as a running back over the last little bit, and he just has 3 yards on 3 efforts. Caden Cantrell hasn't missed. He's 7 for 7 for 134 yards. His favorite targets thus far has been Mason McKinley, who has 26 yards on 16 carries, and Nick McVicker, who has 82 yards on 3 carries. Receptions, I beg your pardon. Baum has 1 for 10. Lyman has 1 for 18. Brimhall's rushed it 5 times for 32 yards. Green, 13 times for 79 yards. He has 2 touchdowns. Brimhall has the other. And Cantrell has carried it 5 times for 13 yards. We'll begin the second half of play. Right after this is the Lobos lead 21-0, and we'll be kicking off. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
This service has never
let's
been
do
better
2 minutes,
at
Ashley.
Allocations Floral and Pine Top. That's because they're open now under new management. They're standing by to meet your every floral and gift-giving need with the freshest arrangements and improved selection of items that you'll only find at All Occasions Floral. Take the guesswork out of your next birthday, anniversary, any special occasion at all by giving them a call at 928-368-2014. They'll make the delivery for you, or you can call for curbside pickup. Call 928-368-2014 for All Occasions Floral and Pine Top.
The great Vince Lombardi said, "The dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Hard work is the price we must pay for success. I think you can accomplish anything if you're willing to pay the price." Dr. Joshua Beeler and Beeler Orthodontics would like to encourage all our youth participating in sports this fall to remember that all great things come from the price of hard work. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile. Love your smile.
It's either winter, windy season, or rainy season. Keeping your car clean isn't as easy as it sounds up here on the mountain. Finding the time, buying chamois. Listen, take it to Octopus Car Wash, the only full-service car wash on the mountain. And with exterior washes starting at just $8.45, you can save yourself the hassle and the money. And it's faster than if you did it yourself. Octopus Car Wash and Express Detail Center in Sholo on the Deuce of Plums.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
The third period of play, 21-0, Snowflake leading, and after AIA Gilbert North won the toss, elected to defer, and then promptly watched as the Lobos went 80 yards for their initial score. Now we're going to run out there after hopefully DeMonte has had a chance to gather all of his wits, because after the beating that he received on the previous possession, he's probably going to need every single one. Back to receive this for the Eagles are both Webster and Ogbonna as they are waiting around their 10. Crockett's been kicking it pretty high, trying to make sure that they don't have much of an opportunity to try to bust anything and allow the coverage to get down there, and he does so again along the near hash. It's going to be eventually gathered in by Webster as he tries to come to the near side, but he's spun down around the sideline, and the ball came free, but he's going to be marked down to 23 as Urban thought he might have found pay dirt.
I don't think that one was too close. I think they definitely got that call right. He was on the ground, but he the quarterback here cannot be afforded to hit too much. Be hit too much here, and it looks like the Lobos have their starting defensive line in, and I think they're going to have him running on his feet pretty quick here.
4 receivers set and quickly looking to the far side where it's grabbed at the 30 and then brought down at the 32 for a 9-yard gain. I mean, to their credit, everybody on that sideline, they understand exactly what the score is, and they're having him unload fast.
Well, it sure does look like the body language is up a little bit. I know it's the start of the half, but we'll see what happens here as this drive goes on. A very important drive, in my opinion.
Handoff as they try to bounce it to the near side, and it's going to be close to a first down. Looks like his forward progress took him to the 34.
It looks like Munoz had him wrapped up, and then Green came in from his linebacker spot and just put a shoulder down on him and took him right to the ground. But a gain and a first down.
Push it out to the ALA Gilbert North 34.
Looks like they have a little bit of a hurry up going on here. They understand the urgency.
21-0 is the score as there's another quick pass, this time taken out to the 40. And as the ball was about to hit the deck, getting his hands underneath it to bring it in was Phelps, gain of 7.
Do you think that the discussion at halftime, Derek, with the coaches has got to be, we got to get quick passes, we got to hand it off, we cannot afford to have him hit?
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely agree with that, because it seems that is exactly what they're doing on this upcoming 5th play, I believe.
Empty backfield as DeMonte drops back, getting pressured from the far side, but he's still able to get rid of it as Phelps takes this one at the 50, steps away from one tackler, and then brings it down into the Snowflake 43-yard line. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down and a pickup of a good 20 yards.
There's the spot. Set the chains. We're going to get the clock wound here, and we're already a minute and a half into this quarter.
Push this one again to the 43, 21-0. The Lobos lead, but the Eagles are again moving the football in between the 20s. As there, that one had to get around Ruiz's outstretched arms at the line and then winds up caroming off of Nielsen's shoulder pad.
You know, Derek, that's, I believe, the 4th time today where I've seen the Eagle receivers had it slip right through their hands and fall for significant gains and what could have been significant yards after the catch on those 4.
Still going without a huddle are the Eagles. 3 receivers going to the right. Lone man on the near side is Phelps, initially looking in that direction, but now pushing this off to the right side where they're going to throw this one all the way downfield where there was an awful lot of coverage.
I feel like that he saw the jersey and thought, hey, that kind of looks like what we're wearing when we're at home, and almost threw that right. Was that
You're being 24? Kind. I think he threw that exactly as far as his arm can take it.
Let's be generous, okay. Because but I feel like he was throwing that lineman there.
3rd down and 10 after 2 incompletions. 2 receivers on either side, and the lone man in the backfield is Webster. He's going to offer some blocking help, but now being brought down by both Cardin and Irvin.
So not only is he dropped for a loss, he did not get hit. However, Payson Cardin for the Lobos is ready to shake hands with him for the first time today.
Well, it was a pretty savvy move there by the sophomores. It looks like they're going to stay out on the field and go for it on 4th and 16 after the 6-yard loss. Maybe he's pretty far back in the shotgun, so this may be, in fact, a pooch. No, it looks like he's going to wind up as he throws this one along the seam, but it's incomplete. A little bit of contact as the Eagles are hoping for a flag, but I think that this is good abstinence here by the officials because I don't think he was going to be able to come down with it.
Not only was he not going to be able to come down with it, which doesn't really matter in high school, and there goes a flag 50 feet in the air, which we're probably going to get a sideline warning on American Leadership Academy for their leadership on that play, as well as but that was incidental contact. Their feet or their arms simply got tangled up. You cannot throw that penalty on Taryn Green. So sure enough, it is a sideline warning against the Leadership Academy, and nothing's going to happen. But it's Lobos ball, first down, right at the mid-mark of the field.
Which Leadership Academy? Canadian?
Well, this could be the Canadian Leadership Academy. Except
no, it's the American Leadership
Academy. The ball would be at the center line at this point, Mr. Palmer. And we would have orange penalty flags, and we would have a ball with stripes all the way around it, as well as the other idiosyncrasies, like I think 60 yards wide.
9:46 here in the 3rd quarter, 21-0 as they fake the handoff to Brimhall. Wanted to go over the middle of the field, and it's instead nearly picked off as it was intended for McVicker, but it was a dangerous opportunity there for Cantrell as he is incomplete for the first time.
Zaccato?
Might be.
Zaccato. I'm not sure how to say that name. I apologize. But I've had my name butchered my whole life, so he can deal with it for one game.
Well said, Huish. As there's the handoff to Brimhall as he cuts it up over the midfield line and gets it down to the ALA Gilbert North 43 and a pickup of 9.
You know, Derek, if we keep going at this rate, we're not only going to have a quick quarter, but we're going to have ourselves a shutout ball game going into the fourth.
We need this to get a little bit more tight because I don't think the Derek Palmer comedy routine is getting us any views.
It's not.
Here comes Brimhall again as he gets over to the 41.
All about the spot where that L is going to mark it, and he looks like he's going to mark it extremely close to a first down. I wouldn't doubt we get a measurement here.
And they're putting it on the wrong side of the 41.
You know, with these turf fields nowadays and the hashes, they very rarely bring it out to measure. So we're going to have ourselves a third and extremely short. So give it to Green, get your first down, regroup, and go with it from there. They did give it.
I think that would have been fourth down also.
I'm glad they gave that to him because I'm looking at that. It looks like to me that the nose of the football made that first down. And that linesman, the referee and the linesman converse, and linesman tells them, no, that's where that spot was, which I do agree with him. We don't get measurements anymore, which is okay thing. Those lines are as accurate as you're going to get, and it is a first down for the Lobos.
Split backs behind Cantrell after the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. 21-0 the Lobos lead as Green gets his first opportunity. Goes over the 35 and then carries a tackler close to another first down.
The interesting thing here is where's the spot going to be in, or are they going to give him another first down? I think they're going to mark him about a yard short. A yard short here for this play.
Now 87 yards on 14 carries for Green as the Lobos here in this semifinal matchup with ALA Gilbert North. The Eagles playing without their quarterback, but that is not going to be what has prevented the Eagles from stopping this Lobo attack as Brimhall cuts this one up at the 30. Needed 1 yard. He got 2 and a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
You know, the big 7 here for the Lobos plus the line is just there's too many weapons. And I look at the ALA Gilbert North line, and they're kind of got hands on their hips, and they're struggling a little bit with the beef that's in front of them.
8:20 left, 21-0 in the third quarter. Snowflake on 1st and 10 from the Eagle 30. Again goes with Brimhall as he again is able to patiently work his way to the 25, and another good carry on first down.
I think you're going to give him a gain of close to 6 and bring up a second down. And here's what we talked about earlier. The Lobos just taking every bit that they can and just taking it right down and right down and right down. And it can't feel good if you're a defender out on the field right now.
Bomb the lone man split wide left as this time Cantrell wants to call his own number, gets to the 20, has a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down as he's brought down at the 18.
You know, Derek, we haven't even really discussed the first time they played because it was a few weeks ago, but the Lobos have already put almost as many points as they put in that game one. And other than the starting quarterback, what has changed?
Well, they got McKinley now operating as a receiver, and like we've been talking about, I think that and it's interesting now that they got another target. How many more times they're able to look for McVicker is another thing that's been a little bit of a fascination. As they're facing now 1st and 10, go with Brimhall, who's this time brought down at the line of scrimmage. But I think that and also we've been talking about a little bit. Also, Cantrell's just been putting a lot more finesse on his balls. That's allowed a lot more receivers to get underneath him.
They had those first few games. They won by a combined 7 points, and I think having their walls against their backs against the walls a few times was key for them to get better.
Cantrell wants to start the option to the far side, keeps it and runs over the 15, picks up 4, make it 3rd and 5.
Sadibana in on the stop for ALA, American Leadership Academy, Gilbert North.
That's the one.
That's the one.
6:38 left as the Lobos still going without a huddle, but using a lot more clock, leading 21-0.
With having the play clocks on the field like this, where they're counting down, is I think a big thing because not only does it help the offense, the officials, the defense, it's a really good practice. I'd like to see that kind of standardized in high school, but it's a cost for schools.
Cantrell keeps it again as he runs toward the line of scrimmage and is brought down for very little, if any, gain. But a flag comes out, and it looks as if this may be an illegal block against the Lobos.
We haven't seen too many flags today.
Not since the Lobos got pinned at their 5, but it's at most 95 yards.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot, repeat 3rd down.
So there's that. playing this one here on a sunsplash day at Scottsdale. Coronado High School is the place.
Not much of a better day you could play in the afternoon in the state of Arizona on right here. This is great. We got I'm not going to say it's a great game, and we kind of thought it might turn out like this, but, two semifinal teams, as good of a crowd as we were going to get. Nice day to be watching some football.
3 receivers going out wide left as Cantrell takes the shotgun snap on 3rd and 14. Now moves up in the pocket. Got to make one man miss in the flat, but is brought down at the 20 and will be stopped for 4th down in about 10.
I think we're going to see
Corbin King.
I think we're going to see the field goal unit come out here for the Lobos and give Sam Crockett a chance to put it through the uprights.
Cantrell picks up 4, and it looks as if you are correct as Crockett is out there and will be attempting one from 37.
We got Cantrell to hold, Crockett to kick. I don't know who the snapper is. We've had a couple snaps go a little awry. Let's see if we can get this one down.
Snap is down. The kick is away. It's low and short.
The Lobo, that's got to be a little bit of a victory for ALA Gilbert North as they really didn't have a lot to say about it. Was it blocked?
It might have been.
It was low.
It looked as if Ogbonna got in there, and he might have, if nothing else, just disrupted Crockett's line of sight.
Well, we saw the adjustments offensively, what I felt, and we kind of agreed on that the quarterback not getting hit. So we'll see what happens here and what kind of game plan they have, because Derek, as he comes out to the huddle, he does not look like he's 100%.
No, I don't know how he could be. I'm not a sophomore in high school, and if I took these hits, I wouldn't be able to drive home. As he's working from the shotgun, the man in the backfield with him as he's looking to the left, trying to get behind the defense as the pass was intended for Phillips, but he was not able to run underneath it.
Huge credit to Ryson Stewart there, the Lobo defender. Ryson, every step of the way with him. That ball went up, and neither one of them was going to get to it, but credit Ryson for being there every step of the way. We haven't called his name a ton today, but he's a huge part of this Lobo defense. Believe he had the interception the first game of the year to ice this game, so he's really familiar with this team.
Fake the handoff. Now DeMonte wants to keep as he bounces it toward the outside. Runs laterally, though, and goes toward the 25. I think he stopped at the 24 and gains 4.
I think he looked at kind of stopping and bubbling out and losing some yards to try to gain yards, and he made a smart decision there to cut it up and get what he could. And that's what happens when you're not 100% healthy.
Credit him again as a sophomore to go ahead and receive that play call from the sideline and not run away from it at all. As here's an empty backfield, winds up and throws this one over the 30, and it's caught for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down as the intended receiver after Solomon gets the stop was Bolino. What's going on over there?
Well, they're a little upset about the spot.
They spotted
it
on the wrong side of the line.
So I'm not sure what's going on here, but the American Leadership Academy Gilbert North fans are having a say about where that goes, and their view's a lot better than the guys that are sitting right next to the action on the field.
Because of the leading?
Well, I don't know, but I didn't really see where he came, but now they're marking and giving it. It's a 7-man officiating crew here today as they're using on these late season games and so 2 guys got the spot right, and it's a first down. So
a compelling argument.
Credit them for getting the call right and what they felt was the best spot. And
empty backfield again for DeMonte as he drops back and starts to feel a little bit of pressure. Now he unloads as he's got a man behind the defense. It's Bolino again, caught at the 30, trying to race into the end zone before he's brought down inside the 10. I believe saving the touchdown was Solomon.
Derek, the ALA Gilbert faithful waving their pom-poms and getting a little excited don't realize that they are down 3 scores, and that's one big play that is going to have to go a long way here. They still got to put in the end zone. This Lobo defense has stymied them in these short yardage situations so far this game.
63 yards on that pass play. 1st and goal now. Hold on a minute. Nope, now they are going to be ready. As Bolino has caught the last 2. Interestingly, 2 straight completions after missing on 4 straight. As Ogbonna tries to run to the right side, slips one tackler, but he's going to be stopped for no gain.
Looks like he slipped McKinley and was able to cut it back up and get possibly 3 yards on that carry. Not sure.
17 of 27 now after that long pass play is DeMonte. DeMonte also put that one in my face.
17
I suggested that he wasn't going to be able to get it very far downfield, but he had that one upfield about 40 yards. as he now drops back and looking initially to the right, then goes back to the middle of the field and has that one caught again to Bellino for a 6-yard score. 17, now 18 of 28.
So he's 18 of 28. So he's put the ball in the air 28 times. That's a pretty good percentage. And my question now is, what is his total? What do you have him as a total right now?
218.
218, and that's a sophomore quarterback who, again, has grown up in the shadows of ALA Gilbert, wanting to go to school there. You just got to commend this young man for bringing them back in this big of a game.
Extra point is away from the lefty and good. 21-7, but is there enough time? 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Show Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years?
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown and Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And CNH Plumbing. Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business.
His passes, he's 7 of 8 for 134 yards, but on the previous possession, really leaning on Camden Brimhall. He's not out there right now, as instead Green is standing on his right. 3 receivers set as they fake the give to Green, now winding up and tossing this one. It's deflected and nearly incomplete as the pass went just a little bit behind Lyman.
You know, Derek, that's interesting because there's always the chance you take, what do they say about a pass? There's 3 things that can happen and 2 of them are bad.
Yes.
And I thought the Lobos there, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just explaining, I thought the Lobos would come out and use Green and use Brimhall to just take the time off the clock and chunk these yards. But instead, now you're looking at a 2nd and 10. However, they do have Green, they do have Brimhall, they do have McKinley, they do have McVicker, and they do have Baum.
They got 4 receivers on the line right now as the give does go Green. Bounces this one to the far side, but gets held up at the line, picks up 1, and now those Eagle fans are starting to make their voices heard.
Derek, it's interesting there because, and I use the word it's interesting, but I'm going to actually say that's interesting there because it looks like what they're doing is their defensive end's first step is out and then to hold to wait for that off-tackle play for Green, and the Lobo line is not able to get out there and make that. And if they do commit to block that in, a linebacker's been able to fill that void. ALA doing a great job of keying on that.
Same formation. Bombs a low man on the left as they mold the pocket to the right side. Cantrell looking upfield, but nothing's doing. So now he turns around and does have
it's
this
intercepted.
One picked up after it was deflected again at the line. And I believe it was Corbin King who got a hand on it.
Corbin King got a hand on it, and looks like we've got a player with cramps down on the field. But again, Derek, it's not a criticizing, it's an observation. You have Green, you have Cantrell, you have Brimhall, and you're electing to throw it a little bit behind the chains. And so now you force your quarterback into a situation who's been nearly perfect on his attempts. One hand on it, and it's picked, and it's a ball at the 30-yard line. However, who's 15?
Spencer Nielsen's one of the favorite targets for DeMonte. So he's coming off as DeMonte runs on. Ogbonna also came off late.
And it looks like that interception gave DeMonte a little bit of a kick in his giddy-up.
Well, they just were recently seen scoring 3 plays ago and now already threatening, starting on the Lobo 24.
So are you saying the best medication for a hurt leg is to score a touchdown?
It very well may be, as they try instead to go with Webster as he runs up to the near edge and then cuts it up to get a 3-yard gain on first down.
Brimhall stepping up from his outside linebacker position to make that tackle. Great job. Gain of 3. I look for ALA to put it up in the air a little bit because that's where their success came on that last drive. We'll see what they do here.
2nd and 7 on the Lobo 26. Drop back to Monte looking to the near side. Has a man caught in the flat at the 25. Slips one tackler, but falls down before he can make much more of it and will be shy of the first down.
Derek, I'm not positive on this, but are they coming up with – are they crossing routes that are leaving their receivers that open through the Lobo coverage? I'm not positive. It's something I'm going to look for. But right there, it just seems like the last couple receptions, other than the long pass where they were dumping it short, have been wide open through the middle.
3rd down and 1. Less than 2 minutes to play in the 3rd. Handoff goes to Easton Webster as he is again met at the line, but is able this time to keep his footing and fight his way inside the 20 and pick up a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Picks up 4 yards on that carry. And the Lobos, which were kept off the scoreboard on their first possession after they couldn't get a field goal in, and that came after a costly holding flag, turn it over and are now watching as the Eagles have gone into the red zone, now going over the middle where it was well broken up and played that time. Number 20, give him a shout out.
And also number 20,
Lance Christensen.
Lance Christensen, there you go, Lance. We also, more importantly, we have a 3rd and 10 now, although
second.
Is it on that? Was that first down?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. I am off on my downs here. I apologize to you listening. So we have 2nd and 10. I was going to say we're in 4-down territory. And to me, when you're in 4-down territory, we got a timeout, which could.
They're taking the timeout with 1 minute and 33 seconds left in the 3rd and threatening. 21-7, the Lobos lead, but the Eagles are in the red zone. It's Charlotte Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Well, the first mistake of the game made by the Lobos is a pass was deflected on 3rd down and 10. Cantrell now 8 for 10 for 134 yards, but now hoping that this one is not going to cost him as his team leads 21-7. DeMonte again with a short drop, looking to the near side, had by Nielsen, but he had to take a knee to get it at the 15, picks up just 2.
Derek, I took to the Twitter world to see if we could get ourselves a St. John score, and Santa Cruz scores a TD and 2-point conversion, no good. St. John's 14, Santa Cruz 12. Not sure where that's at. That's not totally confirmed, but that's according to Twitter. Anybody who has my number out of the 15 people that are texting me right now, I'd love to get a take on a St. John score.
Give goes to Ogbonna as he's trying to run to the right side, but gets hit hard and upended. I think that time it was Solomon who got there for the stop.
Absolutely.
4th down. I don't think this is necessarily 4-down territory. He's still with a full quarter to go.
Derek, I disagree. I think that you're in 4-down territory. You're down 2 full score. Well, you're down 2 scores.
Ogbonna is on the left. DeMonte drops back on 4th down, looking toward the corner of the end zone.
Not even
overshoots
close.
His man.
Not even close. Lobos take over, get to redeem the last 2 drives where they haven't scored. Now the question here, Derek, are the Lobos going to go back to that patient, methodical football that they played that first half that got them those 3 scores?
I think it would behoove them. So you had said, I'm sorry, I was distracted. The Redskins are leading
14-12. Santa Cruz scored, did not get the 2 from my understanding. So we just wouldn't it be great to see the Redskins, the Lobos, and the Mustangs have titles all up on the mountain and let the Triple C's do their thing down here?
Yes.
That's just me. Not bitter or anything, but
I
have my own opinions that are very well known about playing these schools. And literally the Snowflake kids grow up in the shadow of Snowflake High School, and they wear blue and white from the time they can walk and want to put on the Lobo uniform and compete.
They're on their own 10-yard line. They don't give up any points after Cantrell's interception. He's got split backs, and a timeout will now be taken.
The play clock was at 0. Great call to get that timeout. However, it does It also is a chance they have Green over there. It looks like they're going to push Green into the game, but a timeout here on the field.
So Green was not there, and instead it was going to be McKinley and Brimhall in the backfield.
What I think happened is I think that either Green was told not to go on, take a breather or whatever, but the play was called with the idea of him being in, and they just looked around and the clock's winding down, so you take a timeout. Not a big deal.
Still a little bit of confusion. Oh, they're just asking for some water. As there has been a lot of conversation about the warmth that has been played through today. As I take a look at weather phone, and it's telling me that it's 69 degrees, which again is still, according to my body temperature, chilly.
You know, Derek, I grew up in this environment not too far from here. It's about an hour east of here, and was a great place to grow up and be down here and enjoy these Arizona winters. But I'm glad to be up on the mountain now and experience what we call summer, fall, winter, and wind. Nothing else beats it.
Is there the same formation? I don't know if Green's out there. As the handoff is faked, they start the option play. As now it's well read by the Eagles. So he drops it off, and it gets it off somehow to Camden Brimhall, who is going to thank him later, I'm sure, for leaving him out to dry to get mobbed by a bunch of Eagle tacklers and only pick up 2 yards in so doing.
Looks like Green's going back in the game. I just think there was a little bit of miscommunication on what was going on, trying to make these plays.
Brimhall's first reception, and it comes as the horn sounds to end the third quarter. The Lobos now holding on to a 21-7 lead, and a lot of the momentum has shifted sides as the AIA Gilbert North Eagles are down just 2 scores. It's Show Love Ford's presentation of high school football on Night Talk 106.7 and NightTalk1067.com.
Tonight's contest is presented by Show Love Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn, State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown & Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing. Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business.
Yards, actually about 5. No, I don't know what's going on because the scoreboard reads 2nd and 8. So we'll go with my original thought. Now, as a blitz is being shown by the Eagles, but the handoff goes Green right up the middle. He runs through it all over the 20 and fights his way toward the 22 and indeed has a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. And
push this out to their own 23-yard line. 11:48 remaining in this semifinal matchup. 21-7, the Lobos lead. Snowflake going with a couple of receivers bunched up on the left, but instead handoff to Green. Bounces off one tackler, but can't get away from the man behind him, and I think it was again Corbin King.
You know, Derek, I'm going to be a homer and start to look ahead a little. When the Lobos go into next week, what's going to be interesting is what is Yuma Catholic or whatever private school they're playing, Push Ridge, what are they going to do to stop these big 7? And what the Lobos can do to tweak their game plan just enough to have them totally caught off guard as we go through, because Green's going to give you the yards. Brimhall's going to give you those little quick yards, but it's the little other things that they're doing with Cantrell and Baum and McVicker and McKinley that are going to be huge.
Split backs with Cantrell facing 2nd down and 9. Again, fake the handoff to Green, looking into the flat where Baum's got it over the 35, slips his man nearly to get to the 40, but hanging on for dear life and bringing him down was eventually Phelps, but it's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down and a pickup of 16 yards.
Just like I said with Baum, the Lobos need to take as much time as they can. I'm almost thinking they need to let this play clock run and give an extra minute and a half or so off the clock as they go down and, put it in the end zone here.
Now on the 40, handoff Green as he goes right up the gut and fights his way forward all the way to the 44.
Derek, he was engaged 1 yard past the line of scrimmage, and he drug another 4 guys 3 yards. And just a great job by Taryn Green. Not going to sit and say he's the heart and soul of the team, but he sure has done some fantastic things in these playoffs to get them to where they're at.
Well, they started this one at the 10 and needed a little bit of separation from the goal line, and he's been providing it now as they're going to change it up with Brimhall, but he is met at the line of scrimmage by 4 Eagles and stopped for no gain.
That does change it a little bit, but you still have Baum and McKinley on the outside that you can look to get the ball to. We can't underestimate McVicker. The Lobos are having a lot of weapons, and we got to credit this offensive line here, what they've been doing. I believe Big Carter Solomon is the center, doing a fantastic job of getting that ball to Cantrell every time and allowing things to happen. A little bit of confusion here as the Lobos look to the sideline to get direction on where they're going.
Receiver split wide on either side. The play clock's at 10, so they got plenty of time, but they snap it anyway now as Cantrell moves up in the pocket, but is brought down by a shoestring grab as it looked like he was going to have enough to potentially flirt with the first down, but they're stopping that one and coming up with some sort of
the Lobo.
Oh no, he's hobbling. Okay, I was going to accuse him of doing a bad dance.
The Lobo coaching staff seems to be, and they're calling the linesman on this side for something, and I'm not sure what they're trying to get. If it's something with the defense being lined up, I'm not sure what's going on, but they're a little upset. And it looks like it took them, whatever it was, took them out of their rhythm. And we're going to see the punt team for the first time today.
Brayson Wilcock was there at the stop, and he came up limping as Crockett kicks this one after some pressure, but gets away a pretty good one. He's driving his man back to the 15, catching this one and then losing his footing as there on the reception was Willis. But he is going to leave his team with an awful lot of real estate.
Payson Carden there to cause the slip up. I was a little worried because Payson kind of slipped on himself and fell on him, and it's one of those close calls in a game like this where you could possibly get yourself a 15-yard penalty, but Payson held off just enough at the last minute, and the linesman saw that there was no intent there. Great job.
So let's see now if the Eagle offense is able to shake off the disappointment of not being able to punctuate an interception after having it stop around the 10. Going to have an awful long field, 81 yards now, trailing by 2 scores with 8:47 to go. As DeMonte's again going to work with an empty backfield. Short drop, looking to his right all the way. Come back and find Bellino, who catches this one over the 25 and picks up 6, maybe 7.
Lobos are going to have to do a job on the edge, and that's Stewart and I believe Irvin. Going to have to do a good job at covering that sideline and keeping those guys in bounds, because if they're going to let them chunk those yards like that and get out of bounds, it's going to be a long quarter potential of football here.
Bellino over the 100-yard mark of the receiving yards, again going with nobody in the backfield as DeMonte drops back, this time looking to his left. Throw this one into traffic, but it's brought down by Willis as he slips one tackler to get to the 40 and has a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down after that pickup of 17.
Irvin and McKinley met him, and he's still down on the carpet here at Coronado High School, and the clock's been stopped, and looks like Lynn Johnson and Dr. Brimhall, the training staff for the Lobos, are going to go out. And you know what, Derek? I just like to give these two men volunteer their time, and they're just out here because they love Lobo football and are able to get these boys back into the game and do what they do. They do an amazing job, and great for them to be out there and do what they do.
Well, what had happened with Lyman? Could you see why?
Was that Lyman that's down? I thought that was the receiver for AIA. I apologize. I didn't know that was Lyman. I did not see what happened to him. He's been forced to make a lot of tackles today that are, after they get past the linebackers, and he's done a great job of being able to make those tackles. So this could be a bit of a loss for the Lobos, but he looks like he's getting up. Hopefully he just had the wind knocked out of him or something similar. Credit Mr. Johnson and Dr. Brimhall out there to get him back on his feet, and Lobos going to go play some defense on the Eagles here.
Now, Lyman's going to have to come out for at least one play as the Eagles continue to try and find some space just 5 or 6 yards off of the line of scrimmage, so playing without one of their primary covering corners.
I believe number 12 came in and took his spot, and I don't have my roster in front of me. Number 12 for the Lobos coming in for Lyman right now.
Caden Brewer.
Brewer's in for him, okay.
Empty backfield again for DeMonte, who's this time pressured. Wanted to go to the left, but now runs to the right. pressured again as he gets to the 35, and now cuts it upfield at the 40 and has a run out of bounds right at the 50. I thought that I saw a flag again come out, but no, it's going to be a lot of first down.
But the Lobo faithful here, kind of a nice big crowd around us. Credit them for traveling well. Wanted a hold on the outside, and I don't know if I saw it as much as they did, but a little bit on the defensive end there trying to get around.
8:20 to play, 21-7. The Eagles are trailing, but are again moving the football. Now at midfield, line this one up and looking again for Bellino as that was nearly taken away by Irvin, who is now a little bit slow getting up, and McKinley got in there late to make sure that it wasn't going to be had. Irvin's left arm is dangling.
Bellino, I believe that's the second one he's had creep through his fingers today, but he has been a force. What do you have him for, Derek? Stats-wise, I apologize.
103 yards on
what I thought.
7 catches.
He's been a force today.
He's up on the sideline.
We're going to get something here. It's probably going to be a timeout on Snowflake. I don't think that their personnel, the Snowflake coaching staff out in the field pointing where they are and are not.
All right, there's 8:14 left, 21-7. The Lobos lead and are on the defensive side of things. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
If you have joint pain of any kind, including
Nearly Catholic High School or the number 4 seed Pooch Ridge High School. That game is set to kick off at 6 p.m. later this afternoon here at Coronado High School. The AIA staff and Coronado staff needs to turn the stadium around, and lieu of that, we have to decrease steps to the stands as quickly as possible. You can talk, mingle, meet your team in the parking lot after the game.
Let's go!
Let's the stadium as quickly as possible following the game. Thank you.
But momentum has been wearing wings. Those are the Eagles as they continue to go without anybody in the backfield. DeMonte, 3-step drop, looking to his left, and has this one grabbed by Nielsen over midfield. They're into Snowflake territory, but it'll be 3rd down and long.
A lot of fluff for a 4-yard gain there, Derek. Bringing up 3rd and about 6. Still, they're moving and getting yards down the field.
Going without a huddle are the Eagles as there's DeMonte. This time we'll have somebody in the backfield with him. Looks like it's going to be Webster. They fake the give to him. Now again looking this time over the middle where it's grabbed at the 30 and stopped for no gain afterwards, but has a Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down after another 17-yard catch.
McKinley, Stewart, and Lyman in there for the Lobos. Derek, I have a score, and I actually have a place in the game. I have St. John's 20, Santa Cruz 12 with 6:07 left in the third. Let's hope Mike Morgan and the Redskins can hold on and get to that title game played before the Lobos next week.
7:30 left here in this one. The Lobos lead 21-7, but on 1st and 10, DeMonte runs up the middle. He's at the 20, and then he slides down before Urban was ready to really light him up. But he has a Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down.
You know, DeMonte may only be a sophomore, but he is playing pretty big and pretty tall today, but he is limping. He's kind of holdered a little bit, but he sure went down quick as he saw Urban right there ready to take him.
1st and 10 from the red zone. They're on the 18 with 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Pockets rolling to the right. Again, pressure, but he's able to unload, get this one to Ogbata, who's catching it at the 12 and then falling down as a 7-yard gain.
Ogbata was out there, and so was Reese and Green. I don't know why Reese was out there. I didn't catch that, but Green brought him. I'm surprised he didn't turn and try to get out of bounds and stop this clock. He would have got just as much of a gain.
Still nobody's in the backfield. 5 receivers set. DeMonte from the gun. No steps on his drop as he comes to the near side. Bellino catches it at the 5 before he's getting tackled. And it will be 1st and goal from the 3.
And there's Reese again there to wrap him up. That's just some very good swarming to the ball there by the Lobo defense.
26 for 39.
6.5 left to go in the game.
As DeMonte has thrown for 283 yards. Now they're going to put him under center. Big set here as the give goes to Nielsen. Tries to the right side and falls into the end zone for the score.
Nielsen's going to get him in, and that's a dangerous place to be because it's going to give this Eagle team momentum. I still think it's a lot to overcome because this Lobos squad has been so successful. Again, Derek, the Lobos have got to go back what got those first 3 drives, and that is being patient. Style points do not count last I checked. there's not a 9-point touchdown because you threw it and slung it around the field. However, you get 6 any way you get it in. And giving it to your big back, spreading it to your receivers is fantastic if they stick to it.
Oh, the extra point just gets over the crossbar. So it's a one-score ball game with 6 minutes and 19 seconds left. 21-14, the Lobos lead. It's Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused.
To 14, 6 minutes and 19 seconds separating them right now from a trip to the championship game.
Derek reminds me of the book Tale of Two Halves or something like that.
Well, they got a couple of playmakers lurking as Brimhall and Lyman. Good to see him back out there after he was helped off the field at one point on the previous defensive sequence. As this one's high and coming toward him, he takes it at the 5. Waits for his blockers to set up as he approaches the 15 and will be stopped at the 20 while he fights his way out to the 23. So I guess this is a good news situation for Snowflake. If it's able to run the football and kill the clock, they got an awful lot of acreage that they can occupy.
Derek, I don't know if it's all about running the football. I think it's being patient and spreading it around like they did on those first drives. I love the play calling. I love what's going on. There's been a little drop in execution, but I think some of the time you want to be a little fancy, and there's no need to be fancy.
Got Brimhall and Green ready to line up alongside Cantrell, who's from the shotgun. He's 9 for 12 for 152 yards, and they're going to sling it. Starts moving the pocket to the right side, and airmails a pass intended for McKinley. So 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped at 6:05, and I'm not sure why. And that's a little bit of the Cantrell that we've seen quarterbacking for much of this season, where he just gets a little bit wound up and sends some heat. McKinley's going to go wide out to the right, bomb the lone man on the near side. The Lobos are not huddling. The play clock's at 10. As now they're getting ready to get set. 5 seconds. 4 seconds left on the shot or the clock. Is now Cantrell's just going to keep this one and be brought down after just a 1-yard gain.
Derek, were you going to say shot clock?
Yes, I did.
I don't know if you people at home know this, but Derek calls a lot of basketball for the University of Arizona women's team, and he's got a broadcast tomorrow, and he's already gearing up because of that shot clock.
And I was doing that late last night too. So this is
well, Derek, I think the folks at home are going to want to tune in. Is there a spot to tune in online to listen?
Oh, they need to download the TuneIn app.
The TuneIn app. A little plug for that so we can hear Mr. Palmer tomorrow call the University of Arizona women's Wildcats.
Passing situation as Cantrell starts moving to the right side. He's got a couple of blockers there. Now he's trying to direct traffic and throws a short hopper for McKinley, and they're going to have to punt it away to a red-hot offense.
And the AIA Gilbert faithful show their faithful devotion by standing up. The body language has gotten much better on the sidelines, and I'm going to have to eat some of my words here with the Lobos. I'm clearly a Lobo homer, I've been told, and that's okay, because when you teach at the high school and the radio station's located in Show Low, you kind of are a little biased for the boys on the mountain and the public school Lobos for that.
So 2 return men going back as Crockett is going to have to uncork something pretty good. And he's got a good snap.
No rush. They're going to get a return, and that is a
low
great
one
punt.
That bounces around at the 40. So that's the extent of the damage. But now some awfully vocal fans on the other side of the field are now feeling it as this sophomore quarterback has thrown for 288 yards. He's gone 26 for 35. 39.
He could reach the 300-yard mark in his essentially varsity debut in the state semifinals against a very good defense. Just over 5 minutes left, Eric. 1-score game. the faithful got at their back. It looks like the body language on the sidelines has improved. And while we look in front of the Lobos, we're not seeing what we saw in the first half.
Polino is lining up on the near sideline. He has 103 yards of receiving offense as DeMonte starts moving the pocket to the left. Now unloads, and it's a short hopper again that will not be had by Willis. Pressure was coming from one of the Ruizes.
I believe that was Bradley. I haven't called David's number too much. I'm not sure where David is. I believe he's number 68. I know he's been in and out a little bit, but
I just saw a hulking figure lumbering, and I knew it was one of the two.
There's those two in the middle. Munoz and Reese have done a fantastic job, but you got to give credit to Carden and Baum from their defensive end spot.
2nd and 10 now, dropping back and looking over the middle, trying to find a seam, but it's going to be had by Polino, and he's got some space as he's hit the 20. The 15, picking up a block at the 10, is it in the end zone for the score after that was nearly intercepted by McKinley and Solomon. Both had an opportunity. Instead, they're an extra point away. No, they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 2.
I'm kind of dumbfounded there, Derek. It looked like McKinley had a play on the ball, and it looked like McKinley committed to the interception a hair early. The ball sailed barely over his hands. He caught it. Now, how many yards is that going to be for him? He's well
over the 100-yard marker or 300-yard marker.
But the Lobos do have the ball and a chance, but the momentum has clearly shifted as they're not in yet. So I'm talking like they're in the end zone.
1st and goal from the 2 as trying to just drive it up the middle, but stopped at the 1 was, I believe, Webster. Second down and goal from the 1. Still with the big package is Webster. No, that's actually Nielsen who goes to the right side, and he's in the end zone for the score. Touchdown ALA Gilbert North, and they are really fired up.
And Derek, the interesting thing about this is we now have the exact same amount of points scored in that first game where it was 22-20. No, excuse me, we don't. ALA has to get the PAT. My math is off, but again, I do teach at Snowflake for those of you at home.
So the last extra point was an adventure.
The last extra point was an adventure, barely squeaked over, but
it's a Say who's coming out to do the kicking.
He has been a very good kicker. His kickoffs have been very good, but we'll see what happens on his block here.
It's high.
It's high, and it's going to be in. They're signaling yes. So, Derek, we have a tie ball game. We have 42 points scored, but Snowflake scored 21 in the first half, ALA Gilbert. So, last person with the ball is probably going to have a chance to win this game, but we're not predictors.
21 all, 4:29 to go. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
If you have joint pain of any kind, including your knees, hips, shoulders, ankles, fingers,
an extra point, or excuse me, a field goal that was tried that was ultimately not good, and that came after a holding flag. Also lost a possession because of an interception, and otherwise have had to use the punting unit twice, while ALA Gilbert North has recovered all of its mojo as that attempt to kick this one away while back to receive are Brimhall and Lyman. Whistle was blown, and I don't know why. But now one of the officials is running out toward the teed football.
Your attention, please. The AIA has crossed the field, playing on the field. We require that everybody in the stadium put your mask on. But thank you for your cooperation.
You got to be kidding. The AIA has just made an announcement that they require everybody in the stadium to wear their mask. All right.
Derek, I do have a update from St. John's. It's St. John's 20, Santa Cruz 20 at the end of the third. Real quick, too.
Just want to give a shout out to the PSYOP that's in full effect with this mass.
Well, Derek, it is what it is, and we got to comply because we got to call. We have football this year, so we're on it. Hey, looks like we're going to kick off. We're going to finish this football game.
All right. Back to receive are indeed Lyman and Brimhall. Don't know what their mask situation is, but we'll wait for word from the AIA. As here to kick this off is Assay one more time. In the second half, the Eagles, what is going on? They're going to point up to this booth and say that guy's mask isn't on, but I can't keep it on while I'm trying to talk like this.
Well, can we talk about something else, Derek? Can we get positive here? More positives here?
No.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hey. I'm going to the mattresses.
And that stops momentum, but
yeah.
Here we go. 21-all, 4 minutes and 29, so 4.5 left for all intents and purposes.
Are the officials looking in the crowd to make sure that anybody's wearing their mask?
There's someone down on the field that's going through the crowd and telling them to stop game. So you have the white hat is over on the visiting side, chatting with his probably a game official, but so Derek. So let's give a shout out to the Snowflake volleyball team. We got Coach Karen Hargrove down here for their semifinal appearance this year, and great season by her girls. They had one regular season loss, and then their loss in the playoffs. So congratulations to Lobo volleyball.
We have a chance of USA that is broken out.
Well, the problem is they may stop the game and clear us in order to finish this thing. So people need to get them on so we can get this game going. I believe the term in the email sent out to the Lobo faithful and the parents was mask up so they can suit up. Whether you agree or disagree, we'd like to get this game going.
Psy-up. 21-21 as the officials are still not allowing play to continue. I'm looking at all of the Lobo faithful that surround us, and everybody seems like they're adequately masked. But what do I know? Let's go to a break as they're trying to sort this out. 21-21 with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in
Ashley,
part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group.
Give us 2 minutes to start, I guess, and let's just see how this goes.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint.
Oh, wait, no, bring it back. Bring it back. They're going to go.
K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S.
All right, so apparently the masking gods have been appeased as here comes the kick that's going to angle toward Brimhall. He takes a high hanger at the 15, starts running to the far hash where he's going to get to the 30, over to the 35, and a pretty good field position to start here for the Lobos, who have watched the Eagles score 21 unanswered.
Well, what's interesting there is Brimhall gets the ball. If the Eagles had seen film, they would have known that Brimhall's quite a weapon. So they've kept it away from him on the kickoffs, but they kicked to him there. And Brimhall with a pretty good return to give the Lobos some good field position to start.
4:23 to play. And here come the Lobos, who have stalled offensively. You got Cantrell, who's 9 for 14 for 152 yards. Green's got 103 yards on 18 carries. They're going to continue to spread it out wide. McKinley is split wide on this near side. Bomb the lone man on the right. Now Brimhall's coming back in motion. He's going to serve as a split back and get the call. Runs to the right side and gets stopped at the line, but fights his way forward for a 2, maybe 3-yard gain.
3-yard gain, Derek. I can't even give credit to the host of tacklers from the Eagles. What do you call a group of Eagles? I don't know. Lobos is it's not a gaggle, I don't think, but it's something we can look up.
3 yards to make it a 2nd down and 7 on the ALA Gilbert North 39. The Lobos can win this with a field goal.
They do have 2 timeouts, I believe. So they have plenty of time on the board.
Green on the right and gets the call. Runs up the middle, still with the 40, spins his way toward the 45 to get stopped at the 44. It'll be 3rd down and 2. They just need to do that right now. Just grind this out, 4 yards a carry, get your field goal unit out there, and go to the state championship.
Give your field goal unit another chance to redeem. They had that miss in the first half. Have them come out and be ready to go. I know Sam Crockett would like another chance to kick one in a semifinal game in his high school career.
3rd down and 2. ALA Gilbert North looks like it's trying to contain the edge, and Green is still able to weasel his way.
He's got a first down.
Well, that's a bad spot.
I don't know if it's a bad spot. It's the spot they have, but that's still enough for a first down. Or Oh, that's going to be an awfully fourth.
That is an outrageously terrible spot.
This you got to go for this, though. Oh, here we go. Here's the timeout. They're going to come off the side, and if I'm the coach, I'm saying you, and you. You five up front. You, and you are going to get us this first down right here, and you're going to win us this game.
I can only assume that the officials were distracted by unmasked faces when they made that terrible
I don't think
spot.
it was the officials that had to do with that. I think it was the game management. We're going to have a measurement, which is rare on the turf. But I think we're going to have a first down here by, it's going to be awfully close.
Well, they got it marked. It looks like
they got it marked
about
shy,
8 inches short of the 46.
I think it's going to be just a hair short now that they bring the chains out. From that angle. Here's the mark. Set. First down.
And they're stretching it out, and it looks like by the nose of the football, they're short.
So now the Lobos go for it here. We'll see what they do. This is a dangerous position to be in. They don't normally go under center. I don't know. I haven't seen them play as much as you have this year, Derek, but do they ever go under center?
Very rarely.
And this could be one of those opportunities.
As they're walking toward the line of scrimmage, clock's under 3 minutes to play, tied up at 21, fourth down and an inch. Cantrell is going to go under center. They got some big blockers, but instead he's going to keep it. As there's another questionable movement there from one of the linesmen, but it looks like he's gradually making his way toward the 47, which will be enough for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. So the Lobos will maintain possession. Still tied up at 21 with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. And they needed an inch, and they got a yard. Munoz and Ruiz are coming off.
You know, Derek, I don't want to bring up the bad memories, but last year in the semifinals, Lobo kicker Sam Crockett had a chance and missed it. I just want to get him down and get him in position. I'd love to see him have another chance to kick a win in the semis and send him to the championship.
Is at 2 as they pitch this one to the near side. Green looking for some blocking help and can't split a couple of defenders as he was gang tackled there by 4 Eagles.
And I believe ALA Gilbert North only has one timeout, whereas I think the Lobos called their second, so they have one as well. So both teams looking to let this clock, and that was not a very good gain.
Second down, essentially 10, 2 minutes remaining. And I think the Lobos want to avoid overtime if it's at all possible, as they're again crowding the line, and Cantrell tries to call his own number, but they're just sending more people than are being blocked. So at this point, the Lobos probably need to try to unleash some sort of passing play. As a quick timeout now taken by ALA Gilbert North to stop play with 1 minute and 49 seconds left. This is a difficult decision here for the Lobos because it seems as if they're inclined to keep this on the ground. If they throw an incomplete pass, the clock will stop and leave the Eagles with an awful lot of time, who can then turn around and potentially win this one.
And the Eagles have had 2 deep plays that have cost the Lobo defense big. They're resetting some time on the clock. Looks like the linesman down here is putting some time back on. Shout out to the officiating crew for doing a good job today. I know everybody's not going to be pleased with all the calls, but I thought they've done great, kept this game going. We just got to persevere, see what kind of dial-up they can do here and what's going to happen.
They want 151 on the clock. And
they're going to hold it till they get the time on. Those 2 seconds, you don't realize what 2 seconds are until it's so.
All right, 151 is on the clock. 21-21, and the Lobos facing 3rd and 9 in a passing situation where they have had very little success of late. Cantrell from the shotgun starts moving the pocket. Now he's going to try to drop this off for a screen, but it was well read by 2 of the Eagles, and that was nearly intercepted.
The clock's going to continue to run. ALA is going to have to punt it, but they can let this run down to they're going to stop it. Derek, they're going to stop it here.
How and or why?
I'm not sure if they just want to conserve time while they get the clock back, because they've been doing really well at getting the ball to the edges and stepping out of bounds. It's something they've done.
Who called timeout? I thought ALA Gilbert North had no more.
No, they had one. Both teams have one. As far as now, I understand now, ALA Gilbert North's out, and I was been trying to pay attention as they started coming back where our timeout situation was. I am not positive that's the situation, but I believe the Eagles are out and the Lobos have one, and it looks like they are sending on the punting unit.
Well, it's 4th and 8.
Now, here's the deal, Derek. Do you come after this punt, which you haven't had a lot of success with, or do you set up a return?
Well, I mean, the Lobos have not been able to adjust defensively, in large part because of the short passing game that is now firing on all cylinders. So I think that if you're the Eagles, you just try to set up a return. As Crockett now standing at his 32, he's had a couple of pretty good kicks here in this fourth quarter, and they're not coming after him. So he's going to unload as this one's angling and had by Willis, catches it at the 25 and comes along the near sideline where he's run out of bounds at the 34. And it will be 1st and 10 with 1 minute and 27 seconds to go with a tied score at 21. The Eagles are bringing DeMonte, the sophomore, who is in for the injured Reisdorf, who's thrown for 341 yards out.
Now, the Lobos have one timeout and a little bit of momentum on their side right now. Man, there's that number 85 comes to our side, Derek, and what a game he has had.
Polino had a 63-yarder that set up the most recent score. Nobody's in the backfield. This has been their most productive set as they're going to throw this one to the near side where it's had by Webster, but brought down. He didn't run out of bounds.
He did not run out of bounds.
Picks up an extra couple of yards, but the clock runs.
And it runs, but that's good for the Lobos right now. It's good that he didn't take that.
Gain of 7 as they're again going with the empty backfield. 65 seconds left as DeMonte looks this time to the right flat, now trying to race out of bounds, but he picks up a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. In so doing is Nielsen. Well, he's right at the yard marker.
You know, Derek, I think he ran out of bounds at that yard marker purposely, and I think they're – no, they're not. Yes, they are. They're giving it to him. So, again, I'm not being critical. I'm just commenting. I've hope everybody understands that.
Less than a minute to go. Tied up at 21. Probably need to get another 25 yards to be in the field goal conversation.
I would say more like 30 from this position.
DeMonte drops back and looks to the far sideline where it's caught into Snowflake territory by Phelps. Picks up about 7.
They're bringing out Ruiz, who's actually been a great pass rusher today and settled on a little bit more speed. I'm sure we'll see him back in again.
Ogbonna goes to the line as a receiver. Empty backfield again, trying to get to the pressure as that one is incomplete to make it 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4, definitely, obviously at 4-down territory, so looking to give, but
I don't know if
we've gone under a minute.
I mean, if they give it away here at midfield, then the Lobos are just 20 or 30 yards away from a game-winning field goal potentially.
Potentially, and a timeout.
So now empty set. They're going to have to throw it. That's been the only way they can move the ball with any regularity. This one's caught over the middle and has enough for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
The clock will stop till the chains get set. So if they're smart, they give that ball to the umpire in the middle. He's going to set it. And as soon as that block goes down and twitches to first, they're going to start this clock. And we got to wait for a whistle. There's the whistle. And the play clock start. Oh, we're going to have a false start on ALA. They did not get set. That, Derek, could be a big factor going down here. 5 yards can be a lot of yardage on a field goal in high school. But the last thing that I think, who does overtime favor here? I say it favors the Lobos.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think
you think it favors
the Eagles.
Well, we can talk about that as we go into that if it comes there.
45
seconds.
DeMonte drops back. Now he's pressured, starts rolling back into his own territory. Now he's going to unload downfield, but he's instead going to have to keep this one as he goes all the way to the 40 and ran about 25 yards to pick up one.
He's going to get a first down. More importantly, he stopped clock out of bounds. We can't talk field goal yet, but what we can talk is...
Oh, no, he gains 4 yards.
4?
Yeah, because it was 1st and 15.
Oh, 4. You're right. I'm sorry. I thought yep, Derek, apologize. You're right. 2nd and 10.
35 seconds left and approaching field goal range. DeMonte again with an empty set. Comes to the near side where Polino catches it at the 35. And now they're starting to get a little bit close to where you can at least have the conversation as there's 30 seconds left. 3rd down and 3.
This is a never say die attitude by these ALA Gilbert North Eagles.
3rd down and 2. Clock running on the snap. Again, looking to the near sideline where Polino has this one. They're giving him so much space. I mean, they haven't wanted to allow anybody to get behind him, but they're giving him so much space.
It's what I've heard referred to as soft coverage. You bend but not break.
DeMonte is now close to 400 yards passing as he again looks to this sideline. This time he throws over the middle.
Now
they're going
to get in and try to spike this. They're going to have to.
18 seconds left, and there's DeMonte trying to get everybody set up. The Lobos are set. There's 12 seconds, and they spike it with that 12-second mark to make it now 3rd down and 4.
And which is going to bring on the field goal unit. Or are they going to try to get one more play? But they don't have timeouts, and they got injury coming on. But the play clock's running, Derek. The play clock is running. And I don't see a sense of urgency at all. Here comes
23 seconds on the play clock.
Are they going to try to run one more play to the end zone?
AIA is coming out. So this one would be in the neighborhood of 38 yards.
Yeah, they're not going to get this off. This is
9 seconds.
They're going to have to take a penalty here.
Now the running players still off the sidelines. 3 seconds left on the clock. 1 second. They got it away. And it would have been good, but Snowflake just called a timeout. Whoops.
Was that no good? It did not go through.
It was good.
Okay, Derek, I'm going to eat a lot of words if he makes this field goal. I still feel the Lobos have overtime to go, but we got to credit this AIA Gilbert North team for coming back in this second half.
Yep.
21-0 at half, and it is now knotted at 21 all. One of the coach's wives sitting in front of me, gasping a little bit.
Well, that would have been good by about a foot.
I didn't think it was good. I didn't realize they gave it, but now they give them a chance to set up, and maybe the Lobos have something they're going to do here to bring this across. Some kind of rush they're going to have, or somebody they're going to bring through, or something they've seen on film.
Well, I say has been good on every opportunity that he's had yet, but they're bringing the offense back out for 3rd down and 4 with 12 seconds left. Is DeMonte now pressured as he throws this one high, so it's 4th down and 4.
Nice completion to Shane Brimhall, the assistant principal at Snowflake High School down there, picking that ball up from the sidelines and getting it back in. So kind of completion to Shane there.
AIA is back out as his holder is going to be Logan Piles, the now backup quarterback, setting this one on the 28-yard line. So it'll be a 38-yarder with 8.6 seconds left. High snap, it's down, the kick is away, and it is no good, wide to the right. So now the Lobos are pretty fired up, and as there's 4 seconds remaining, do you try to do anything with it?
I don't think so. Not with their power offense, but Derek, the Lobos, I believe, were in an exact similar situation last year, and that happened. So this definitely favors. It really doesn't favor either team, in my opinion. We go into a high school overtime, which is a very interesting, tricky thing.
I've never once seen it.
I don't think when I first was coaching days back in, I think 2003 in another state.
So Cantrell's going under center, and I think he's communicating that he intends to just take a knee. As he does.
We go to overtime.
And the clock didn't start, but I think that point is mooted. We'll go ahead and take a break, as we're going to have to figure out what's going to happen next. It's 21-21 at the end of regulation, and Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
So those of you listening on the YouTube broadcast.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown & Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing. Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business.
What you have to do, and that puts a coach in a position of, hey, am I going to kick a PAT or am I going to go for 2 or whatever's going to happen? So we'll bring the captain out here, number 72, Carter Solomon for the Eagles, and I believe that is the quarterback, number 8.
Yeah,
for the Eagles.
Now,
and Will,
what does Snowflake need to do to try to disrupt the short passing game?
Nothing. The short passing, I thought you were going to say what they need to do offensively. Disrupting the short passing game is a tricky thing because how many teams other than this AIA Gilbert North team that they played this year that have done that dink and dunk passing game? I'm not sure if Round Valley may have been the closest thing they saw to it, and I think that was a bad night for the Lobos, and they were playing in the dome.
I mean, why don't they just come press them on the line a little bit or something?
I'm
just
not sure because
break up the rhythm.
If they're worried about those receivers getting off the line and not having the protection, because their mentality there was bend not break. And you know what? To their credit, they did force the field goal wide right.
Yeah,
and are in this situation to be in overtime. So little adjustments made, but we're going to bring out the captains here, and we're going to give the 450 each school fans their money today.
I'm curious if the holdup is again about masking.
I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate.
But they're sure taking their time to allow the captains to come on out. I think is that one of the ALA Gilbert North coaches that's on the field?
That may be some kind of game management taking place. I'm not sure, Derek, but. You look at the ALA Gilbert team, they're huddling up. They're getting some strict instruction from their coaches, probably their head coach, Mr. Randy Reisdorf, giving them instruction on what's going to happen in this overtime period. They're going to get their fans involved, but the Lobos can do absolutely the same. I see the Lobos now getting together doing the same. I think that's a great thing on both sides. We've made it here. We've made it this far. Let's not be us the one to drive home in the L with the tick in the L column today.
Now, at 3:21 p.m., the sun is starting to angle toward the west.
I'm guessing they're going to play on the east side of the field because I believe both teams play on the same side.
If the Eagles win the toss and elect to defend first, the Lobos then get to choose which side. Would you not want them trying to pass or catch into that?
I would think so, but again, that's a hard. Do you want your quarterback into it or you want receivers into it?
I don't know.
I've always thought that the quarterback has enough range of motion, head side to side to see. Hey, Derek, I'm going to get on the Twitter world real quick and see how our local St. John's Redskins are doing.
So back out this time, DeMonte is serving as the captain for the Eagles, and Carter Solomon is out there for the Lobos. The toss is had, and the Eagles have made the call, which looks as if they wanted. I thought I saw DeMonte say that they are going to defend, and Solomon right now
is picking the direction. So they're going to play. They're going to put their quarterback into the sun, I believe. So no, ALA Gilbert gets the ball first. But I believe everything ALA Gilbert does, Snowflake has a chance. So if they come out and go 4 and out, Snowflake can line up and kick a field goal and win it right away.
Well, that would be a 42-yard field goal.
Yes, it would, and I understand that.
So they are going to go to the west side of the field, and the quarterbacking from Adam DeMonte, the sophomore who's in for the injured Reisdorf, has unofficially thrown 33 completions for 379 yards.
This kid could possibly throw for 400 yards on his essential first varsity start. I'm not finding all I'm finding is that the St. John's game is winding down.
They got the ball on the 10.
Oh, we're going from the 10 then. Okay. It's first and goal from the 10. I thought it was college rules.
They initially had the ball on the 25.
Each state association, they're going to have to figure for sure what they're got to do here. What the overtime rules is. I'm obviously wrong a lot. So it may be first and goal from the.
What is going on?
I don't know, Derek. It might be. We might need to shout out to our sponsors here.
The official came and was motioning to himself as if he needed a timeout. The ALA Gilbert North Eagles look like they are ready to defend.
So, Derek, I have an update in the St. John's game. St. John's lost 27-20 to Santa Cruz. So great effort. Big season for the Redskins and their coach Mike Morgan, but come up a bit short in the semifinals, but great season to them.
Okay, so the Lobos are coming out offensively.
Oh, they missed on the coin toss. I thought that's what we had said first, that the Lobos were, so ALA won the coin toss, and generally they defer, but we're ready to play some football.
All right, so it's first and goal from the 10. Handed off is faked, actually, to Green. Now the right side of the field is vacated. Cantrell is still on his feet as he dives to the 1 and is stopped short of the goal line. It'll be second and goal from the 1.
Cantrell doing a great job, seeing nothing but green turf in front of him. Brings the Lobos, and they're going to have a chance to put it on the board, and they're going to have a decision to make whether they go for 2 or whether they put a PAT if they can put it in here.
Handed off to Green, trying the right side of the line, and looks like he's stopped inside the 1.
I think we're going to call that a slight, ever so slight loss on the play. Looks like the down box moved back about a quarter of a yard, ever so little, but Lobo ball again, and we do not have a clock in overtime, obviously, for those of you at home, but the play clock is up and running. It's down to 20 seconds.
The Lobos huddling for the first time today, as the ball is now outside the 1 yard line.
The other team gets a chance.
And Green and Brimhall ready on either side of Cantrell. 7 seconds on the clock as Cantrell takes the shotgun snap. Handed off Brimhall, trying to get to the edge. He's in the end zone for the score. Now the ever-important extra point as the Snowflake sideline is showing 1.
Coach just showed 1, so we're going to kick it here, which you cannot underestimate this kick right here, where it's going to be and what it's going to be. But for those of you, remember, understand that ALA Gilbert does get the ball and does get a chance to score from the 10.
Now, interestingly, as we look forward to the next sequence, the Eagles are going to be facing a situation where the Lobos, just because of the ball placement, are going to have little choice but to start pressing up a little bit more on the coverage.
Absolutely, absolutely. I still think overtime favors these Lobos. Here's Sam Crockett in for the PAT.
Snap is down. Kick is away.
It's up and good.
And it is good, 28-21. So they'll put the ball on the 10-yard line again.
Now, an interception, a fumble recovery, game will be over. So, or a stop on 4th down. So right now, the Lobos are kind of in the driver's seat after scoring there.
Now, DeMonte, who has looked unfazed ever since he kind of got his footing, especially after that first possession, has thrown for 379 yards by my tally, but there's not going to be an awful lot of space. And the Snowflake secondary is going to have to go ahead and start pressing these guys just a little bit more because there's only 20 yards to work with. But they're coming in with a different formation. Everybody's bunched up, and in the backfield is Webster. As they fake the handoff to him, start rolling to the left. There's one man in front, but he is stopped at the 5, maybe the 4. So there's a new formation.
They're going to mark him out of bounds right at the 4-yard line. New formation, and that's when you play a team at the beginning of the season, you play them at the end. It's almost like you're playing 2 different teams. But I almost felt like the Lobos were kind of ready for that, and ALA still pulled out. But anyway, an interception, a fumble, a stop on 4th down ends this game.
Second and goal from the 4. Handoff this time goes to Nielsen. He's able to split 3 defenders and get into the end zone for a quick answer.
Now we still got to get the extra point. If they don't, if it's missed, we're done. So Snowflake does have another chance here.
The last point after from Assay was
we have a timeout. I believe you get 1 timeout in overtime. Do you think they're setting up to go for 2?
I think that would be the pinnacle of foolishness after they've scored 21 unanswered and then needed just 2 plays.
But your kicker did just miss a field goal, so he's feeling a little under the weather.
And his last one was
and his
very
last
weird.
PAT was very weak under the goalpost. So this is why they get paid the big bucks at these high school football coaches to make these important decisions.
So they're talking about it. They just put Nielsen in the backfield. They've almost gone away from Webster entirely.
Now, if you do go, do you throw it? Do you pass it? This is the game right here, Derek. They're going to effectively try to end this game right here. Lobo stop, Lobo win.
Well, I say is out there. Do we know that they're going for
No,
two?
we do not know, but they did call a timeout, and I think you get one timeout in each overtime period.
Yeah.
So they would carry. They would again have another timeout next overtime. Effectively,
Going
I
with
believe
the same formation.
they're going for
Nielsen
two.
is deep. There's two blockers in front of him. If they can punch this in, they're going to the championship. As Nielsen goes to the right side and gets stood up by three tacklers.
Nope, they stopped
They
him
have
short.
signaled that he is short of the end zone, and Snowflake holds on to win.
That's the official call. Game over. And we just saw a flag go up in the air. I'm not sure what that was all about.
Well, it's after the play. They've already signaled that the two-point conversion is no good.
He's waved it off. Lobos win.
Well, what do you know about that? Snowflake is going to the championship game, and they will play the winner of Push Ridge and Yuma Catholic, but they did their very darndest to make this as interesting as possible, did the Lobos.
I think both teams made it as interesting as possible. Credit AIA Gilbert for coming back, but gutsy call to go for two. There's a conversation going on. I don't think it's going to do any good, but the conversation, the officiating crew is going to vacate here, and the game is effectively over.
Got Eagles tossing their helmet. You can understand why they're frustrated. I don't know why they would be mad at the officials. I don't know what there was to talk about.
I mean, a play up the middle, getting 3 yards in a formation you haven't run much. It is what it is. That's a gutsy call, though. It's a gutsy call.
Final score, 28-27 in overtime. The Lobos stop a 2-point try and a win in just the first overtime opportunity. We'll tell you about it after this. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk.
The staff here at Coronado, the Arizona Interscholastic Association has to turn the season around to another semifinal match of tonight's ballgame. And now, on behalf of the Arizona Interscholastic Association, we thank you for your support of high school athletics and for your sportsmanship at tonight's ballgame. Drive home safe, everybody. Have a great weekend. Good night.
Helmet's on. Helmet's on.
As a reminder, if you have any trash to draw with you, we ask that you please take them down to the walkway, put them in the trash barrels that are located along the walkway. We appreciate your support. Thank you.
Now you know what it's going to take on this same field next week. Okay? At least that. At least that and probably more. Okay? Awesome job. Awesome job. I want one thing to happen right here. Okay? Got a little snap for you. Okay? We're going to the ship. 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 Public score on 3. 1, 2, 3. Public score. Let's go. Hey, let's go see North
Parking lot directly across Oak Street. You can meet the team there. You can visit the parking lot directly across Oak Street. You can meet the team in congregation. Thank
Winner
you.
of Yuma Catholic and Push Ridge, which is going to get a little bit of a late start as this one needed an overtime period. As we really quick shout out another thank to our playoff sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to be on the air with you. So thanks to Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce, Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass for the best auto tint. Think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. KNS Tech Services for all your IT needs. Think KNS Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt is the proud sponsor of all White Mountain Sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn, State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service, the White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence, building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmer Insurance, 928-333-7200. K Electric, protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown and Russo, give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing, Gas, Septic, we want your stinking business. As we consider the Ace Hardware keys to the game, next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night of the week, call Ace Hardware, your helpful place with 3 locations in Pinetop, Overgarden, Sholo. We joked at the time when it looked like the Lobos were just going to run roughshod over these guys that they needed to stop the run. Well, they did. What'd they do, and how does Sholo now need to get ready to adjust going into the championship?
Snowflake.
God.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't sleep much, folks.
Oh, that's okay. No, they stopped the run. I don't know. I felt like they got away from what was successful, but I felt there was a reason they got away from it. It was what they were seeing, but it wasn't working. They did come back to it a little bit, but credit AIA Gilbert North for making the adjustments to get back into it. Bottom line, 28-27. Lobos move on to a championship game. Their first champion or their last championship appearance was in 2014, where they were unsuccessful. This time they get to hang around, watch their opponent, see what they have before they head back up the mountain. And we just are happy to see him play another week right now.
Well, and when we look ahead, and assuming, of course, Yuma Catholic is going to come out on top in their half of the bracket, and of course that's not fair to Push Ridge, but
we're not calling that game, so we can pick that.
We can go ahead and speculate away. After watching this short passing game have so much success, 380 yards of offense generated by just throwing it underneath
by
the
a
defense.
sophomore quarterback in his first varsity start.
I mean, it's got to be a cause for concern for Snowflake as they get ready for that.
Absolutely. And Derek, I got to look a little bit deeper as we go through the postgame show. I know we have a little bit to get to, but I got to think about the week of practice. We're in mid-December right now, and Snowflake is practicing in 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Under the lights in very cold weather. They did take a break this week and dial up a Wednesday practice. The school let them out. But they have got to practice in some very cold temperatures this week to get ready, whereas either Push Ridge or Yuma is going to be basking in the weather today. So Snowflake has got to do much more mental preparation against that pass that you can't mimic in practice in order to get ready for this championship game.
The Beeler Orthodontics live to smile. Straight line play of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. I think it's got to be the same as the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game, but I'll give them each a moment. But it's got to be the stop here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The only other play that comes close, and that was on the team that didn't come up successful, and that was the 65-yard pass. But the on the goal line, I don't agree with the play call, but I'm not on the coaching staff. I'm okay with that. But they lined up in that loaded backfield formation and go right up the middle.
Well, and
against 500 pounds, more than 600 pounds maybe, and you're not gonna get that, but maybe 2 out of 10 times, 1 out of 35.
I mean, check it out. We talked about how they weren't going to have as much space to run the short passing game. There was going to be an awful lot of congestion in the defensive backfield, so maybe they were recognizing that and just figuring that was going to be their best avenue, especially because they were given the best ball carrier that they had in the second half was Nielsen. So they're putting their guys in the best potential possible playmaking situation, but the Lobos just came up bigger.
Yeah, and now we're allowed to sit and second guess, but you got to think as the coaching staff of Gilbert North, do they kick it there? But I say they don't. They had a barely put field goal through the upright that went, we figured 2 feet up from the bar, and then they missed, and I know it's a field goal, but it was some distance. They missed the field goal, so I don't know how much confidence there was, and I'm honestly kind of thinking when they deferred that toss and got the ball second, they were going to go down, and no matter what, when they scored, they were going for 2. And credit the Lobos for just putting that beef in the middle and coming up.
So that was the Beamer Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Bealer Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. And the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. I couldn't see who was the first player there, but I think it was both Ruiz and Munoz.
I'm going to credit Ruiz and Munoz. We're going to have to watch the tape. We're going to have to see, but maybe we can talk about that on our broadcast next week, because even though Yuma slings it, they still got to contend with that big defensive line. You have Carden, Baum, Carter Solomon's in there, Ruiz, and Munoz, and 3 out of those 4 are playing. So we're going to see what that defensive line does. The biggest work of the week is obviously going to come from those defensive backs.
Got to give one more shout out as I missed a couple of these kickoffs, but the Northland Pioneer College kickoff, when you need to get your college education kicked off, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. It's only $40 a credit hour. As I think as we start wrapping things up here, as we're watching Caden Cantrell take some photos on the sideline, I think that the one thing that the Snowflake coaching staff needs to make sure that they can get back to is putting him in circumstances where he's not feeling like he's really got to thread needles and throw heat.
You know, I'm not really at liberty to say much about the coaching and the coaching staff. It is what it is, but they're just going to have to make some major adjustments both on the line and as far as play calling in order to put them in the best position to face a very tough Push Ridge or Yuma Catholic team. If it's Push Ridge, they are right in their alley, and they're going to set themselves up for a very good game. If it's Yuma Catholic, there's going to have to be some concessions made up front and deep, and they're even going to have to look at switching some personnel out because those defensive backs that are playing receiver are going to be gassed going up and down. But it's a big week of practice, Saturday game, so they get – I'm guessing they're going to give them Monday off. They're going to get at it out in the cold Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
What's the forecast looking like?
I don't know. Why don't you give me a second? I'll look at the forecast up in the White Mountains.
Really quick, also, I got to give another quick nod towards St. John's, which came up short against Eloy Santa Cruz in its semifinal matchup. And for a while there, it looked as if there was going to be a moonwalk with a couple of ball games next week with St. John's and Snowflake each playing for their respective conference championships. After Muckione already was able to take one home, but
Derek, I got the forecast here. It looks like it's pretty favorable as best it could be in mid-December. 51, 57, 53, 48, and 48 will be their pregame walkthrough. But I'm thinking they're going to spend a lot of time in the film room and a lot of time going over what they didn't do. You can't sit and say, oh, they barely lucked out because they were in control of this game. They just happened to have the ball not bounce their way in that second half, but they were able to come out on top, erase everything, and here we are ready to go.
Final score, 28-27, as that's the last call here from Coronado High School. The Lobos win and advance to the championship week in overtime. Thanks so much to Ashley in the studio. For Aaron Hewish, I'm Derek Palmer, and we will be back with you next week.
Tonight's contest is presented by Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Also brought to you in part by Jason Whiting and the Mahoney Group. The Mahoney Group, your insurance professionals. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. For the best in auto tint, think Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. K&S Tech Services. For all your IT needs, think K&S Tech Services. Hancock Levitt Insurance Agency. Hancock Levitt, proud sponsor of all White Mountain sports. Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. For exceptional insurance, call Joe Bjorn State Farm in Snowflake. Williams Brothers Auto Service. The White Mountains Diesel and Auto Mechanic Specialists. Scott McNeil with Frontier Fence. Building security one fence at a time. Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. If you're looking for some peace of mind to go with your insurance policy, call Troy Merrill at Farmers Insurance. 928-333-7200. K-Electric. Protect yourself from power outages with any size backup generator and never go without. 536-2999. Brown & Russo Insurance. Give them a chance to save you money. And C&H Plumbing. Plumbing, gas, septic. We want your stinking business. This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Bluebird Studios. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to italk1067.com.